Good morning, everyone. My name is Payal, and I am the marketing manager for Mouser India. A very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us in here, Pune. Today is a special one for us. It marks the start of the seventh edition of the Mouser India Technical Roadshow. Over the coming few weeks, we will be taking the series onto Bangalore, Chennai, but it all begins right here with you. When we first started this series, the idea was simple to create a space where innovators could come together, not just to learn about the latest technologies, but also to exchange ideas, design, share kind of real world experience that pushes design forward. Our very first roadshow was built around IoT. Back then, it was still a buzzword just starting to shape the future. Since then, the series has grown to cover a much wider canvas, from rugged electronics and power management to AI, connectivity, and beyond. Today, alongside our partners, we are excited to carry that journey forward, bringing you the newest solutions, trends, and insights to help turn your ideas into reality. So, thank you once again for being here. We have got a full day ahead, packed with technology talks, expert sessions, and of course, the chance to make new connections and catch up with familiar faces. However, before we begin, a few quick updates. We would like everyone to please keep your phones on silent. We will have short breaks in between sessions and lunch will be served at 2. And please do visit our partner booths during the break. There are some exciting demos waiting for you there. We will hold all the questions for the Q&A at the end, so please keep them handy till that time. To kick things off, it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Wasim, who heads our customer support team to take us through Mouser's journey, who we are, what we do, and how we are driving meaningful innovation across the electronics industry. Over to you, Yasin.
All right, thanks, Payal. Hi, everyone. Good morning. How are you all doing? Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to welcome you all, and thank you so much for taking time out and attending this tech show. This is the first tech show. I can see that the house is full with 100%, and we still have people standing behind. I request our admin team to please arrange chairs for them to be seated. Thank you. All right, so I'll not take much time. I'll quickly introduce about Mouser and explain you what we do and how you can utilize Mouser into your day-to-day professional lives. All right, so this is a quick brief about how Mouser is going to play a vital role into your professional life. We remain focused on our model. Our model is basically into supplying components to your engineering prototype and also to take care of your small and medium production requirement. So we support you from the concept, we support you from functional engineering, circuit design, prototype, also onto your NPI and pilot production, small and medium production, and also for redesign and scale in case if you have any issues after the manufacturing of the board, we will still support you after sales as well. And we also provide technical support after sales if you need any kind of functional understanding. That's the level of support that we provide through Mouser. So talking about the presence, we are present in 27 countries globally. Our headquarters is in the US in Mansfield. We have presence in EMEA region and we have presence in APAC region. India is rapidly growing over the past decade. So in India alone, we have two branches, one in Pune and one in Bangalore. We are also expanding our branch in Delhi and Chennai in a near future. So this is very interesting for you. What are the online services and tools that can help you to design and understand our technology better? So if you go to our website, if you see service and tools, you get to see the list of design tools that are available. First, I can, yeah. Sorry, if you go to our website and select service and tools, you will get to see bomb tool, price availability, API. So bomb tool is basically if you have a list of parts where you want to get the quotations at one shot, you can download our CSV file and upload it into a bomb tool. In a click of a button, you will get the complete list of quotations with the price and availability. And also, we have something called API, which helps you to connect with your system. It gets interfaced with our system, where you can do all the part search in a fastest mode, and also it helps you to reduce your search criteria. It helps you to search the part faster, and also to place order directly through your application via Mozilla website. So this eliminates a lot of manual effort, and you can try using API from Mozilla website. And we also have technical resources tools. So if you have any projects where you are working on, you can log into Moza website, register yourself, and then keep the project name saved. And you can also share within your colleagues about the projects. You can discuss about what are the changes that are required. Once your team decides that the project list is pretty much okay, that same project can be converted into bomb tool. That saves a lot of time. You can use that tool as well in the website. So as I mentioned, there are lots of technical resources that are available. If you use our technical resource option, you will get to know latest update about new product introduction. And Mozilla is very keen in adding new products. And year on year, we keep adding 4,000 plus new products into our portfolio. Compared to our competitors, they are nowhere close to 50% of our Mozilla. So our prime focus is to take care of all our engineers, design engineers. We don't shy away buying the long tail parts. We don't shy away buying the slow moving part. We take care of newest product to the legacy product. We keep it readily available. So we have a strong warehouse in the Mansfield location where we are holding more than 1 million unique parts that makes it readily available for you. You have to do the project designing, you select the button, you will get the material to your doorstep within 7 days. That's the level of service that Mauser provides to all of your requirements. So these are the technical resources that you have. You can select, you can get to know the update about new products and application guide, technology and industry trend, also about engineering educational style of reads. So key takeaway, Mauser is a global marketing company, not just on the distribution. We take care of the marketing of our products. And we are a leading distributor for NPIs, focused for design, engineering, and R&D. Plus, we also take care of small and medium business requirements as well. And Mauser supports your design needs and wider selection. As I said, it includes legacy and NPI. Both we manage to take care of both kind of products. And Mauser connects to million products technical resources. As I said, We already have more than a million unique parts. Adding on to that, we have 1,200 manufacturers globally, and we are the authorized distributors of 1,200 manufacturers. And all the components that we are supplying to you is coming directly from the manufacturer to our warehouse and then coming to you. There is no third party involved. And Moza ships to 900,000 individuals globally. That's the capacity that we maintain. Our receivings are pretty higher, our bookings are pretty higher, and shippings are like 75,000 orders per day. That's the level of speed and service that we provide to us. So this is a QR code. It is also printed in the magazine that we have shared to all of you. If you want to scan, you can scan and get to know more about Mauser. And there's a LinkedIn page and Facebook page. If you want to get more updated, you can get yourself registered, and you will get to see a lot of new updates about industry trend and the new product innovation. All right, this is a quick update from Mauser. Thank you so much and have a great day. We have a lot of technical things to be discussed. Over to you, Payal. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Wasim, for the insightful introduction and setting the tone for the day. So now may I welcome Mr. Siji Sani to the stage, please. A bit of introduction for Mr. Siji Sani. He is a tech entrepreneur and a researcher with extensive expertise in connected vehicles, IoT, AI, ML, and embedded systems. Currently, he is serving as the CTO of Varect Connect. He leads technology strategy, innovation, and product development in the connected vehicle space. With a strong passion for open source, Siji has a proven record of delivering innovative solutions across domains such as data processing, system programming, mobile development app, and wireless networking. Please welcome Mr. Siji to the stage. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, Pune. First of all, thanks for Mauser to be here in this stage. And I'm so happy to see the full house crowd, and especially in Pune in the early morning, and also before time. So, being a Mumbaiker, in Mumbai for 22 years, and last year I moved to Pune. So, a lot of people said Pune is very slow, lot of traffic jam, people are not friendly. Hope nobody's not going to hit me after this session. Let me complete. Right. But this last 2 year experience transformed me a lot. I am slowly becoming Pune. Now this made me more close to Pune because of the crowd I can see here. And crowd is here on time or before time you can see. Even when I reached it, 10 o'clock the house was full. Thanks for the organization and for the audience. Yeah, so let me have a quick introduction about myself. I will give a brief introduction about me, who I am, what I do, etc. So I am currently a CTO at Varect Connect. Varect Connect is part of 100% subsidiary of Varect Engineering Limited, where we are one of the tier one manufacturer for various OEMs, or you can say automobile industry, slowly moving towards the IoT segment or so on. So Varect Connect mainly work in the segment of connected vehicle ecosystem. It is kind of more focused into the how the connected vehicle ecosystem functions and what are the different components need to be developed and deployed in multiple scenario. Again, this is not a business talk story, but I forced to do this. So let me come to the topic. Here I would like to cover about what exactly going to happen in the mobility segment, or we can say automobile segment by 2030. I'm sure a lot of you heard a lot of stories or a lot of things going to happen across you, STB, AML, Gen AI. A lot of things you might have heard buzzwords here about. So what exactly I'm trying to have, what to explain to that, which are the key trends going to happen in this segment in upcoming years, and how this segment is going to transform the way which we used to see in the sci-fi movies or Bollywood movies. Right? The statement is very simple. Again, ladies may object this statement. Your car might know you better than your family by 2030. This is a fact going to happen. Now how? And what are the parameters, what scenario going to happen in this scenario? So what exactly I'm going to cover here is that we'll be covering few use cases, which I am expecting this will be happening soon, not even by 2030, maybe within some years it won't happen. And then we'll talk about the key area where the segment is going into, and what will be the success criteria by 2030 for any kind of car manufacturer or these segments. Yeah. So let's start with a few use cases. The first use case, the coffee prediction. Right? All of you know, or all of you may drive a lot. I drive a lot. I love to drive. So one of the key partner in my driving is coffee. The reason I don't know, but still I love coffee while driving. Even office I can take coffee or at home, but driving I love coffee. So just assume that your vehicle understand your needs, understand your behavior, and saying that, okay, first of all, good morning, CG. You are running late to go to the office because there is a huge traffic spread. If the car is communicating to you, they're saying that okay, you want to get ready early because there is a huge traffic jam. Right? Then once you get into the car may prompt you saying that okay, CG, I have a coffee for you. The nearest coffee shop is on the way. You please grab it. Right? Maybe we may get surprised by answering this, hearing this question from the car itself. But it is a fact that car may answer to you that saying that okay, I am noticing your behavior. You every day, Monday morning, you always grab a coffee from Starbucks on the way. So I put in alerts for you. Please go and grab it. Right? So how this happens? This happens we call as contextual intelligence. What is contextual intelligence? Currently, there are a lot of notifications in terms of messages or notifications coming to you as a push messages. There is no personal or there is no context attached to that. Right? This is basically contextual intelligence built on based on data which the car having or which the system having. Right? They understand your behavior, they learn your data points, they learn your travel pattern, they learn your driving pattern, and creating contextual analysis on top of that and creating contextual engagement with you that okay, CG, Monday morning, you are always lazy to go to Monday morning, all of you like I am also. So please grab a coffee and go to office with a fresh mindset. Right? This is one of the use cases going to happen. Again, for this, I don't think we have to wait 2030. This will happen in upcoming years only. Next scenario, EV therapist. I'm sure a lot of people are using EV, a lot of challenges are facing in EV. Maybe the chart is showing 100% or 60%, but car stop in between. Again, I'm not trying to blame any OEMs, sir, sorry. Or the car is saying that the percentage of the battery is being reduced this month. Or you're asking the question to the car that why so, like last month I drove 500 kilometer on one recharge. This month I am driving only, I am able to drive only 400 kilometer on one recharge. Why so? We can ask the question to the car. The car is very smart now. They understand how you drive, your driving pattern. The responsibility is very simple. Don't try to be a Formula One driver. Then of course the battery will die fast. Because car knows how you drive. Car knows how you drive on the highways. Or when you are getting angry, you will be more faster. It's my habit. I don't know how others does that. Or if the call is going on while driving and there is a heat argument going on, I automatically get increased. This whole car is learning and saying that you are trying to be a Formula One driver and ask me the question why the charge is not lasting more than certain different parameters. Okay. Now how this happens? Again, AI-driven battery monitoring system. That anyway is already almost everywhere they're doing this activity. Plus your driving behavior, crash registration, hard braking, overspeeding, all the parameters come taken system in a configurable system. Based on that, algorithm can define that why this scenario happening. And it can respond to you, sir, you are not driving properly, that's why the issue is happening. Right. This is also going to happen soon. Moving to next use case, the smart insurance agents. This will be a scary term for all of you, I'm sure. But this is currently happening. You may not know it, but this is going to happen officially in upcoming years. Now, just assume that you got a congratulations message from the car. Congratulations. Then suddenly you may be surprised that, okay, why you are congratulating to me? He's saying you got a 500 rupees voucher or point or coupon. Okay. So then you may think, who is giving 500 rupees for free vouchers? It's a surprise for all of you. Alright? The answer will be the 500 being earned from your insurance partner, where your vehicle insurance be purchased. Why so? Because you driven very nice driving for last certain duration. And how is benefit insurance? The risk is less. Your accident ratio is less. Your claim ratio will be less. So they say, okay, you take 500 rupees, keep this momentum. The insurance company doesn't have to pay more for accidents or claims or etc. That way they save money. Again, how it happens? This is called as 360 ecosystem going to come in the picture. Let's keep the data privacy aside. I know a lot of people thinking how the data will be going to insurance agency, how they drive, etc. I will debate separately on this topic. From the positive approach, positive way, I'm sure we all think about, hey, why you're taking my data, they know what exactly I'm doing. Keep it aside. From a happy point of view, that okay, they analyzing your data behavior, this can convert into user-based insurance, or you are not distracted much. That algorithm can be built in the layer. You are not using phone while driving. You are doing acceleration, hard braking. You are constant on driving. No sharp wandering, no overspeeding. Because of that, you are getting some reward program that you can get it on your account. You can run it from your else. That is the journey we can expect. Again, this is already there in place. Come on, because of of miles, it is already introduced by ourselves. It is there in the industry. Right? So this again, safe driving. Somebody is rewarding you. It can be insurance agency. Tomorrow it can be government also. Right? 15 lakh is still yet to come, so it will come made with that. Sorry, no particular section there. Yeah. The last part in the user scenario. This is one of the critical use case or critical issue all of you facing now. I'm sure all of you driving the car, and all of you may face a lot of errors, or initially it was not visible for you as an error code. No, at least you can see some errors coming in the dashboard somewhere or in the configurable application layer, right? But you couldn't able to translate that what error is. First scenario. This is proactive. Sorry, it's reactive. Correct? Some error may come in the picture, you may have to call the service center asking this error is coming, what I want to do. Common word, don't drive, stop it immediately. That's what happens current scenario, right? Because service center also doesn't know that they only come yellow button is blinking or red button blinking, that's all. Now that being converted into translated to human readable format. All of you may understand this array is equal to this, you can drive no problem. Now assume that this can be predicted by your car based on your patterns. If you have the engine health monitoring continuously monitored and managed by the backend engine system, it can predict and tell that okay, you're planning to go to for a long drive. We can ask the car, I am planning to go to Rajasthan or Udaipur from here by road from Pune to Udaipur. It's more than around 1,000 kilometers if I can remember. Whether my car is ready for doing that or not. So based on the various data parameters which the system having, it can say that yes, you can go ahead. Or the example, the brake pad is one of the key element which always get dirty or faulty in your car, right? This all can be predicted by the car saying that okay, UP is going to require within 50 days or is going to fail. How do you know? Simple. We have data points available. You've driven such a kilometers, this way you're driving, this time you change the brake pad. Right? Again, how it happens, predictive maintenance comes in the picture. Right? It's a very huge term or huge terminology, we can say. I believe one of the best use cases in this segment is predictive maintenance, which we all are kind of missing very badly. Even though I'm in automobile industry, I know how the aircon works, but still I am blank about how the car internal mechanics works. If any error code comes, I don't know what to do. I can only say that stop the car, don't drive, and call the service engineer. Right? But this is happening on the way, on the road. This may spoil your trip, this may spoil your vacation, it may unnecessarily spend a lot of money. But if the car can predict it, before you go there, change the brake pad or change the fuel, or there is a possibility that this breakdown going to happen based on data which you have, be ready for that. That way it will help you to be ready for the issues going to happen in the future. Yeah, these are 4 use cases I'm talking about, and how the use case be attended by the various systems, engines, and how it can be useful for you in various segments. Right? The use cases, few use cases I'm covering here, but a lot more use cases are coming in the picture. One of the use cases I'm debating about the OEMs, when I'm talking to OEMs, is that a simple example in Pune, by the way, Pune is much better than Bangalore from a traffic point of view. But in Pune, in big days, if you want to drive a car in peak hours, how many gears you need? In your car, how many gears you need? Okay, automatic and automatic manual cars. Who is enough or maximum 3, right? Beyond that is impossible. Pune, Bangalore, first or second. Mumbai, first only. I done that for 22 years. Right? Then why you need 6 gears in the car? Again, don't try to connect technically. I need 4th, 5th, and 6th gears only over the weekends when I'm going out of town vacation. Can I subscribe it? I'm from cloud. I always subscribe everything. SaaS model. I pay monthly TV service. I buy only 3 gears because day-to-day driving and driving in Pune office to home. 3rd gear is also fancy term for me. 1st and 2nd is enough. Alright. So weekend, but I need. I'm traveling out of station, travel to Mumbai, or travel vacation. That time I need 6 gears. Okay, Friday evening I recharge. I need 4th, 5th, and 6th enabled for 2 days. This is one of the feature going to come in future based on software-defined technology, software-defined vehicles. Or another use case, 4x4 wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, 4x4 wheel drive. I have seen a lot of my friends, they're passionate about, no, I want 4x4 drive SUV. Why? I want to go for off-drive. Very good, take it. Now, every day I ask, when you went for 4x drive, when you went for off-drive last time? Oh, that's happened last year, this month, etc. And how long it was? Hardly 500 kilometers. For that, you spend 2-3 lakhs extra for getting the 4x4 enabled in the car. Right? Is it waste of money? For Indians, yes, we value for money, right? Even though we're talking about AML or the STV, everything, even I'm also when going to buy a car, I'll ask first question. Kitna milta hai? How much mileage will get? Right? Standard or myself, even I am also saying, even talking about AML, STV, etc. First question, mileage kitna milta hai? Or how much discount I can get it from the total car value? Even though I'm going for a premium car, still I'll ask. How much discount like that? I am working for Varroc. Do you have a special discount? I'm working with multiple OEMs. I asked recently. Alright, so where I'm coming from that, this is one of the model may come in the picture that, okay, we SaaS or something we can say, subscription model for various services in the car. Right? Moving further, now, I'm talking about kind of fiction, science fiction stories, movies. No, this is a reality. Whatever things I'm talking about, even though I'm talking about 2030 vision, no need to wait till 2030. This is already happening. How? Connected vehicles. All of you know what exactly mean by connected vehicles, right? Connected vehicles nowadays is a good to have feature. Still, all the stakeholders are debating is who will bear the cost. There is hardware coming in the picture. OEM say that I will bear the hardware cost. Then I will give one year subscription free of cost because there is a cloud cost involved, mobile data cost involved. Post that, the customer has to buy it. But how many of you buy this, bought this subscription after 1 year? I'm sure all of you have the connected. I haven't bought up, unfortunately. I have, but I haven't bought up because I couldn't able to find any use case there. Then Who is going to bear the cost? No, currently it is a good to have feature. If you want to switch on the AC, all the fancy features are there. But soon this is going to be a must-have feature coming to the next generation of ecosystem. And the point which I'm talking about, who wants the cost? That will bear by the ecosystem you're talking about. Again, keep the data privacy aside, the insurance example which I want to use. Now, AI and Gen AI, all of you heard about AI and Gen AI, a lot of us happening around. When initially, when I talked to lot of my colleagues, when AI started, everyone was against me. AI is a bus, nothing is going to happen. Still, the human things are going to happen. Now, they were aggressively using it in GRA. Presentation, you can make it from AI much faster than you're typing yourself. So, the world is transforming. So, AI and Gen AI model is going to make drastic change in the entire industry. Again, AI is not equal to ChatGPT or Gemini. Please understand that. Here I am pressing about SLMs, not LLMs. We can debate on the topic again. Why LLM, SLM? Because that is a need. We don't need large LLM, large language models. Because in this domain, our use case is very simple or defined, predefined. We are not going to ask the general questions. Right? We are going to ask the car to understand the data coming from the vehicle or counter-vehicle ecosystem and build ecosystem surrounding that. So AI is going to be a key thing. I plus here, then LLM, it will be SLM going to happen across the industry. Privacy, small in size. Cloud and edge. This is a very old term, I'm sure all of you have heard cloud and edge. But why I'm pressing here again is that to run all the things, this is the key base pillar which we need to have. Cloud and edge for sure. Why edge here? Because tomorrow the car going to be a data center. We are talking about connector vehicle is equal to, not I'm talking about connector vehicle is equal to connecting, it's always to cloud. If you're connecting a central processing unit or we can say central control unit within the car itself. Right? That's why the cloud and edge term is also pretty critical because if you look into autonomous vehicle, etc., decision making has to happen within fraction of seconds. We can't even wait a delay for data is flowing from the vehicle to cloud and response is coming back to the system. That is not affordable. That's very important. The last part is software defined vehicles. It is like, again, now many people are saying that India is very early stage of SDVs. We have a lot of things to do in that direction, etc. But I counter that point. We are already there. A lot of mechanical but already converting issues, issue-driven approach. That is slowly expanding. It's not that every day, in one day, everything is going to be transformed, but it's going in that direction. Once this is coming in the picture, the subsystem model may get enabled. I get 4x4 wheel driving money for weekends, pay X amount of money, get the system. So this is the key 4 buckets we can say. This is going to transform the India segment of automobile industry. Moving further, now how this happens? As I told you in the previous slide, this again converted into we are reaching to a central point that is software defined vehicles. What is SDV? All of you know I am not going to deep dive that point what exactly SDV, how it functions. All of you I'm sure of you know this. But how this is going to impact? Right? The first part is V2X connectivity. In previous slide, we are talking about a vehicle to cloud connectivity. Now about vehicle to X. It can be vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to infrastructure, vehicle to grid, vehicle to cloud. Right? How it's going to improve the end driving experience? This is going to be a drastic change going to happen in India. Again, I'm still not sure vehicle to infrastructure how fast going to happen in India, but still slowly getting happen. Simple example currently while driving, all of you from Pune, I guess, right? So we have very less habit of stopping in signals. But even I'm also doing that now. So, but let's assume that while driving, if you saw a signal, even though do you want to drive away, the car is saying no, don't go, signal please stop. Otherwise you have to pay fine. Then you stop, I will stop, right? That is called as V2I, vehicle to infrastructure, right? The infrastructure, the car is communicating with the infra which is there in the roadside. It can be signal, it can be a toll plaza, or it can be something else where some information passing between the vehicle and the infrastructure and taking a decision or alert to you. That's the critical thing going here, right? Now, vehicle to grid. This is interesting term. I'm sure Many of you haven't heard this. This is basically for the charging point of view or energy generation point of view. There are a lot of R&D going on vehicle to vehicle. Vehicle to vehicle is a key component. I believe this is going to happen across globe soon. That just assume that you are driving. My car is very close to your car. Oops. Then your car may giving alert to me, CTR, please slow down. You are very close to me. That's vehicle to vehicle. Again, please keep data privacy away. So I'm giving you general use case. So this all kind of prevent the unwanted accidents, unwanted occurrence going happen in the driving scenario. This all can be avoided by using this technologies. Right? Then vehicle to cloud, all of you know what actually vehicle to cloud is. And of course, 5G, then all the new term coming in 6G and everything can help us to grow that. Electrification, I'm not touching much about that. All of you know that that is one of the key things happening in the EV segment. Charging sessions, then a lot of R&D going in the direction. Self-charging mechanism, solar-based, a lot of things are happening in the direction. AI and ML direction, again, I just want to touch up again this part. Now, we are talking about all AI ML is equal to all of we consider that is OpenAI, ChatGPT, or Gemini, or such scenarios, right? Now, just assume that. Or I will example, if you notice the IP cameras or CCTV cameras, when the CCTV comes in the industry, there has to be connectivity to backup system. You can give you a NV or something. It will record everything there and do the analysis. Now there is cameras are available. It can recognize face. Right? It is there for last few years. It is actually a machine learning algorithm running inside that. But whether the camera having GPU running inside that, whether the camera connected to cloud, no. Camera got a small chip inside that will do only certain parameter of processing algorithm, which is encoded in the chip, and it can detect at least 2 or 3 or more than 5 faces. That photo has to be uploaded to the camera, it will do that. That also machine learning. That also available in the market currently for 4,000-5,000 rupees. That's the way AI ML going to be grow. A lot of companies are investing money on building their own chip. Not the large for NVIDIA kind of chips or something, small chips which can do certain job, certain criteria, certain algorithms can be embedded in the chip and can do things. That way, it is going to be kind of personalized, right? That is already started. NPUs and a lot of things you can hear in the industry. That's why I'm talking about SLM also. This is the trend going to happen tomorrow. That I am expecting all the cars going to come to OpenAI or Gemini for doing decision making. So at the edge level, or the chip level, or the SLM model level, which is on that by the OEMs. Cloud computing I already told about. 2 parts in cloud computing I want to highlight. One is the data platform. So we are talking about a lot of features. I covered a lot of use cases in the previous slide, but the core of everything is data. Right? Data coming from certain endpoints, and that is being saved from other different endpoints, doing the processing on top of that, running the business algorithm on top of that, and generating an output out of that. That is the layer coming in the picture. So there has to be strong data processing engine and injection layer has to be available, which can do a large amount of data pipes, because all of you know that earlier cars were having very few parameters. Now they're sending a lot of data continuous to the system. Like we're talking about 20 minutes of system, right? Which need data points for every second or every minute as much as possible. Then only we can do the actual creation of that. So we do have strong data platform and OTA on the air update machines. These are 2 key things are to be considered in the cloud system. Then autonomous driving. This is all of you know that many stories are going on autonomous driving, level 1 to level 5, various levels are there in the autonomous thing. This is also picking up very fast. But again, my personal way, India level 5 is a long journey. 2030 may not be happen, or it may not happen also. But level 2, 3 will be the scenario going to happen in India for sure. Or the closed environment, like within the compounder, we can have self-driving mechanism for driving the system. The last part is very important. Like that's why I put the last one. So we are talking about more connected ecosystem, vehicle to X. Security is also very important. How do you secure the connectivity? I'm sure you see a lot of videos that the car will hack remotely and it is driven by software sitting in the computer lab or IT lab. The car is driving its own. So this is the key component we have to kind of address, or the OEM have to be addressed. Also, as a person, you have to understand the security layer. That is going to be the key thing for entire question. So, like all the new technology comes in the picture, right? First the innovation happens, then the standards comes. The same way it's happening in cement also. But it's going to happen. Serious and effort government of India also putting to certify AS189, AS190 standard going to happen in India, which is being proposed by ARI. That's going to be mandated in India by 2027. This defines the protocols and the security layer must have between the connector vehicle and the next. Yeah. Moving further. Yeah. Now, initially I told when I am going to buy a car, what are the questions I ask? All of you are very much familiar with the question. Oh, my mileage need $. Baki stuff ahead. Right? First question is mileage. How much mileage will you? That I skip because everyone knows the question. Second and third, I will take it. Right? How much power it's having and engine capacity. This is the two and mechanical features. 2-3 questions. Till now we asked to any car dealer when you are going to buy a new car. Right? Then color and everything secondary. That will be defined by my reference. I'm sure all of you correlate that. You don't have any control on that. Right? Now, new definition, what exactly going to happen? This is the question I'm sure you will be asking in upcoming years. Right? Intelligence. How do you evaluate that? That's the question. You want to define the IQ for each and every car. What is the IQ of this car? Maybe tomorrow OEM defines the IQ level instead of crash rate report. They have IQ rating also when they publish soon. Right? Connectivity. Whether they have connectivity, what are the features are because of connectivity, then the standard feature AC on off, that's not for anyone. Right? Personalization is important. Everyone needs personalization, of course. Everyone needs personalized feeling. Right? That's the key thing going to happen in this industry, or key thing is going to be prioritized by all of you. Just assume that you have a bad day in the office. For me, every day is bad day. Office, once you get in the car, okay, the car is saying that, okay, looks you are so sad, and car may playing the favorite songs which I used to play regularly, or whenever I'm sad, emotion they can understand. That can be the amazing thing which I love to see, or color ambience of the color ambience, light ambience in the car, or some jokes system can populate to you and tell you. All the things are come under the cover of personalization. Now, software innovation. Why put the same software innovation? Now, all of you may know that the current automobile industry moved from mechanical to software. Right? Earlier, when I joined in Maharashtra, I am purely from the software background for the last 20 years, then now in the automobile industry. When I'm talking about the Git pipeline, CI/CD pipeline for pushing the code, rolling out the code, etc. I was an alien in the organization. Oh, why is talking about software? This is mechanical car, but things are changing, right? Mechanical car become a only naming convention. This completely going software driven car, right? So software innovation also pretty important. That's what all of you may reading, particularly China versus Germany. How China is moving faster in this segment because of they think of software first, then car second, right? Now, currently, other OEMs think car first, mechanical element first, then building more software. The other way going to happen, software innovation is going to be having a key thing in the entire ecosystem. Based on that, the customer will decide what make it sure to buy. Moving further, today's connected car, simple data collection, vehicle transfer location, health, usage data, to the cloud, that's all done. Right? You can simply unlock AC, unlock door, AC on off, and you can get some driving score, that's all. Today, now I'm talking. Tomorrow, what exactly, how is going to transform? This data being analyzed, the data being running on various agents, various algorithms. Then whatever the use case which I defined in the first 4 slides, that get enabled immediately. Right? Then, what exactly going to happen in 2030? It is going to be an autonomous system. Autonomous is not equal to self-driving or autonomous is equal to the entire ecosystem for a car being connected each other and executing together. Like the initial use case I told, predictive maintenance, as I said, personalization comes in the picture. This all connected together and execute together. That's called as autonomous ecosystem comes in the picture for sure. That is going to be the future by 2030. Now, just to cover what exactly we does in this layer. We work in solve this layer. Already there with the AML layer with SLM enabled. Core platform we call as connectivity with all the data processing available. Edge and TCU layer we are also doing local equipment system. Our vision is that by the time 2030 comes in the picture, we are ready within 1 or 2 years. Already we are there in the segment. These are the 4 buckets we are currently focusing. One is the connected vehicle ecosystem, connected intelligence, connected customer, that's important, connected customer, and the connected security. As I told, this is the 4 buckets we are currently focusing. Now, who is going to winner by 2030 in this domain? Again, I'm talking from the car manufacturer point of view, car OEM point of view, or how it's going to win. It is not going to be mechanical capability. It's not going to be look and feel. Of course, the only sufficient OEM. Like I'm talking to many OEMs, the SaaS model still an alien for them. Like when the MG started a battery service, it was shock for the industry. Right? First time in vehicle ecosystem, somebody doing subscription based cost. You pay as you go. Right? But this is going to be the key thing going to happen in these things. Learn, adapt, then monetize. Right? That way, the OEM is thinking that okay, I am selling a car for X amount of margin, I am selling the car for zero margin, but I am getting recurring revenue from the customer for various service. Right? You may thinking that okay, I may have to pay only basic cost for the car. What are the additional features I need? I will subscribe and I want. Right? Insurance may think that okay, I will give a basic insurance policy for you that will be small amount based on your distance, driving behavior, etc. The premium will vary, or you will get benefited. That's where the entire ecosystem going to build up. And who are enabling this, I strongly believe they will be the winner in this segment. The last part I absolutely kept away secure. With all this layer being enabled, security layer, DPDP, data privacy, GDPR, all this stuff enabled. This will be the key winning methodology or winning equation for any OEMs in India global by 2030. Yep, that's all. I'm summarizing my session here. We can have a few questions. You can take, if you don't mind, you can take a few questions or she will allow us to do that because you also getting into AI further. So your car may answer the questions, whatever you have, or you can reach out to me. And I know almost all the questions are detailed there. I'm sure questions will come from AI, cybersecurity, and STV. If any other questions, please. I'm here for a few more hours. We can connect later. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. CG, for the insightful sessions. Questions we will have at the end of the session. Next, Mr. Hari Babu from Little Fuse will walk us through innovation with automotive electronics. Please welcome Mr. Babu to the stage. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So I see so many engineers here. So I thought of first giving one slide on what Electrification does, who we are. So many, when I'm there in the morning, few engineers ask me, so only Electrification does fuses. I said, no. We are many more into that. Electrifuse has started as a company with the fuse, but we will be talking about more technologies today, which we will run the Electrifuse. So we founded in 1927. So we are like 100 years old company. So please make note of it. We are in this industry for the last 100 years. We started with the fuse technology, and then we were now into the semiconductors. So last year we were like 2.4 billion company, and then it is a US-based company listed on stock. You can see the different locations. We are like America's major business, and then Asia, and then India. And then we have three major business units in Electrifuse. What you see is the CCDI, so consumer computing diversified industries. And the next one is EII, so energy industrial infrastructure. Next one is TNL, what we call is transportation and logistics. So, and then across three business units, what we say is go-to-market approach, what we decided to come into the customers. And then SBU is like our semiconductor business units will have products for all these markets. So the topic was given to me was like innovation, what is happening in the automotive electronics. So I will be taking through that. So of course, thanks to Sizi, he talks more about the software, what is happening in the last couple of decades, what is going to happen in 2030. My presentation is going more on the powertrain changes for the couple of decades, what is happening and what happened in the past. So if you see in the 1980s, so we were more like mechanical ones. And then if you talk about in the 2000s, we were coming up with like electronic fuel injections with the ECUs. And then later on, 2010s, everybody knows if we have a CAN network. So, which is a protocol communication with the vehicle. So, developed and implemented everybody. And then that also given 2010 is an early innovation for the EVs. Because I came from Bangalore, so I know when we started in 2010, we have only two-seater vehicle which is launched by industry veteran, everybody knows it. That is specially released into the market for the only for Bangalore city drive. So that time we started with like 48 volt system, and then later it has been acquired by a bigger OEM in India. So that was the done. That is an early starting point for India to start with the X1. And after 2020, as you know, Government of India was invited all the OEMs to bring this electrification, okay, immediate onto the roads. And then a few of OEM says that we are not ready for electrification. We say that we want to be driving with mild hybrid vehicles. So that you might be knowing it, so even the world is moving faster completely onto the battery, but India still, we see the mild hybrid electric vehicles. Of course, if you say in these years, the electric vehicle, we moved from 48 volts, 70 volts, 100 volts, then comes is like 400 volts right now because of the extended range kilometers. And also similarly, we have is like electrical infrastructure for the charging stations were developed on the highways. And then everybody wants like extended range, 400 kilometers, 500 kilometers. So then next is what? Feature of what is BEV, what is coming now. Now most of the OEMs are working right now is on the 800 volts and above. So when I say we were talking about in the past couple of years, up to 400 volts, now it is 800 volts. So when we have 400 volt systems, we had only the 12 volt battery. Now when they are moving to future BEVs, they are going to talking about the 48 volt lithium-ion battery is going to be on your powertrain. So I'm not touching upon different V2X communication development, what CCS talked about it. And then we have come into the ABS implemented almost in all the vehicles, EFI, more electronics. So I will be talking what is required in the future BEVs. So what are the products Littelfuse are innovating into this future BEVs. So if we talk about this, some of the market analysis, what we have done, if you talk about globally the OEMs are more like BEVs, future BEVs, and then they will be moving to the PHEVs, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. But whereas in India, if you see as per IHS data, till 2030 we are halfway BEV, halfway MHEV. So why the MHEV is more popular in India, maybe you might be knowing, because Indian mentality we always talk about more mileage, more mileage. So that's what we also talk about it. That's the reason why you see more of MHVs are also into coming to the play. Okay. So this MHVs also play a vital role because they also work on the 48-volt system. So my presentation more will be more like high voltage and the low voltage innovation products in this particular 48-volt applications. And then just a small slide, how the architecture looks like. Maybe if you are in automotive industry or in the powertrain industry, you know what it is, okay? So we have a battery pack and the BMS, and we have a motor controller and the charging stations, everything was included. So I have given different voltage, different everything. So I'm just moving to the next slide. Here, what is new? So we are going to 48 volt, the major three criteria. So when we talk about over voltage, over current, over temperature, they are the three killing parameters for any vehicle. Okay. So maybe battery powered or any vehicle. So we are going to talk about what are the standards on 48 volt system especially, and what are the products we can offer from Littelfuse. So I just go to the next slide, a similar explanation. Maybe if you talk about the electrical electronics architecture, moving from domain to the zonal controls. That means you have the ECUs in every zone right now. So everybody, the OEMs are talking about zonal controls going forward. So this is what it's about. And then the safety standards, if we talk about for 48 volt systems. So the LV 148 is a German one, and then when we have ISO 27180, it is basically for the MHV vehicles for the 48 volt systems. And then we have next standards talks about both 12 volt, 24 volt. They also include testing methods for 48 volt. So the next is ASIL standards, where we talks about it. So when we say 48 volt battery, so they are talking about like the voltage range up to 60, 70 volt. So that is what one of the OEMs has referred to us. And then when we design 48 volt system, so you need to, that particular devices, what we do this market should support up to 60, 70 volts. So what is main killing factor here? The overcurrent. So when we say overcurrent, the 48 volt systems, if you talk about earlier specifications, so the braking capacity of this particular, any of the part, which should be like in the kiloamperes range. So if you use the traditional conventional fuses, it is not going to support it. So that's the reason why we have launched the new products into that. And again, the over voltage is happening in this one. I will be talking in my slide what the over voltage it is. Okay? And next is the over temperature. When I say over temperature, now we know everybody, we were talking about 12 volts battery, we have a 12 volts motors which will be working on it. The future is going to be the 48 volt motors. The motor should be operating at 48 volts. So we need to have similar technologies to support for the 48 volt motors. So there are three different technologies which are covering in my slides. A simple architecture. So if you look at the block diagram, we have a high voltage battery, we have a 48 volt system, and then you have the 48 volts PDU into it. The products, whatever, I'm just taking pointer. So whatever you see here, so these are all in for the 48 volt systems. So the first one is 60 volt part, and then ASD again for CAN communication. You might have seen for 12 volts for passenger vehicle, 24 volts for the commercial. Now they want talking about in the communication lines also 48 volt. So that is 48 volt part is required now. We have not launched this product into the market yet. So it is already the tested parts. If you are anybody working on the 48 volt communication on the CAN communication, we have the CAN communication devices here. And then the fuses, especially for 70 volt. And then we have another current sensor, the fuse with the Hall effect, which is R&D. If anybody is interested, we can talk about that. Of course, the thermal devices. So I'm just moving on to the next slide. The overcurrent. So below 32 is already we are giving right now into all passenger vehicle cars and commercial vehicles. Whatever you see the above, the mini fuse 58 volt maxi, these two are for the 58 volt operations. That means you can use the 48 volt. And then blade type, after that we have is bolt down fuses. It operates from 70 volt up to 120 volt. If you are designing 48 volt, 96 volt, 120 volt, so these are the products. And the overcurrent, you can use these products. And of course, the one more product which are not FKSNV, which is not launched yet into the market, which will be coming in the recent market in the recent years, is a blade style with higher current ratings. Similar one explained in detail. So maybe if somebody, any of you are here working on the 48 volt two-wheelers, three-wheelers, they might be using few of them. Now it is going to be the same case for the next EV industry also. Of course, so how we achieve it, the major, what I want to tell you is that here, the open state resistance, the OSR value, this is more than 1 mega ohm. This is so that's the reason why we call it as high performance fuses. So in the industry is having like 200 kilo ohms, whereas little fuse has more than 1 mega ohm. That is what difference we differentiate from the market as a little fuse. So similarly, we have the devices, say for the onboard, what we have seen earlier blade style, where you use it on the wiring harness, onto the bus bars. These are where you can mount onto the BMS portfolio. That means on the PCB applications. We have the fuses where you can use on the PCBA for the BMS. Again, they did for 75 volt, 120 volt, 500 volt applications. Of course, a few products I have mentioned here. So what are the different current ratings what we have it in this one? So few of them are maybe not released to the market. You can always approach us. I will give the details to you. So the next is on the voltage side, what innovation we have done it. Maybe when the people are designing for the BMS 48 volts, what they are saying is that the clamping of the TVS is touching around 100 volts. So that means they have to design the buck converter or the next electronics, the gate drivers, they are talking about 100 volt. So they don't want to use 100 volt parts maybe after the battery. So they want some TVS diode which will be flat suppressed. Let us say if it's 60 volt part, they need a device which is suppressing the similar more equal to the less than 70 or 80 volt part. That is what you have seen this part. You will be starting with the ending with the FL. FL is basically a new technology what we have launched into the market. This product is already launched in the market this month. So I will show you some test results. So what is differentiating from the conventional TVS to this particular device. So this product we launched especially for the 48 volt system, and it complies with the ISO standard, and of course it is a ASQ qualified part used for the multiple application. This slide of my interest I want to show you, because when we tested this part, whatever the market available product which will be clamping around 82 volts for the 60 volt part, whereas this part is 67 volt. The delta for this part is 15 volt, which is more than enough for the designer to choose the buck converter less than 70 volt is the 100 volt parts. These already we are talking to the many OEMs. So This part has developed because of the OEM interest. Yeah, so right now in this particular voltage range, we have only two devices, 60 and 64 volt. If you are working anything on the higher voltages, if you are looking for the 90 volt similar products, we can offer you. These are the new products, okay? Yeah, one slide to talks about our complete portfolio of TVS diodes. In this one, I highlighted few of them with the star mark. So there are some of the products will be ending with the L. So this L, what we have designed is a low clamp device again. It is between FL and the normal TVS diode. This is for the 90 and 80 volts above. So what I talked about right now is the 60 volt part. Of course, CAN communication, ESD protection, as you know, 12 volt, 24, everybody is aware of it. We are using for the passenger vehicle and commercial vehicle communication. What I'm talking is on the 48 volt systems right now. So this 48 volt systems, what we have, this is, we have tested this part up to 100 volts. Though it is named as a 48 volt, we tested for 100 volt. I will show you some of the test results. What happens is that the clamping of this particular device is about 20 plus, not more than that, okay, 24, 28 volts, though operating is up to 100. So that is a key point to note down, because here what we use is snapback technology. So what we have in maybe if anybody knows about semiconductors, so what we have is a linear clamping technology and snapback technology. Two technologies what we have it. In this one we use snapback to bring down 100 volt part, even the clampings to the 24 volt system, less than 24. So this is the slide which talks about it, both linear. When you say linear clamping, when it is triggering at 20, it is tripped somewhere around clamping around more than 30 something. When I say snapback, when you use this particular part, when it conducts here, it clamps to the lesser voltages. So this is what a snapback, what we use. If you see here the leakage current, we have tested up to 100 volt. Though it is rated for 48, we tested for 100, even the leakage current which is within the specifications. If you talk about here, the leakage current is up to 100 nanoamperes. If you see here, this is what we have mentioned. If you talk about here, it is in the sub of 12 nanoamperes, 30 nanoamperes. So these are all the new products, new technologies which we launched, especially on the over voltage front. Next, talk about overcurrent. So where over temperature, what happens? You know, maybe on the passenger vehicle, we use multiple motors, right? So we need a seat adjustment motors, power lock motors, door motors, window lift motors, many motors. So all these motors uses thermal protection. This is having like 12 volt technology. So how it is installed, maybe if you're not aware of it, I'll just show you the next slide. This particular device is sitting inside the motor, close to the armature winding. So what happens is that when somebody, for example, if you take a window lift motor, if maybe the child is keeping on top of the motor, it is loading the motor. That means your winding may have chances of burning. So to protect that temperature of the winding, we use a device inside. It's called a PPTC device, which is made with the thermal technology. And then it can sense, and then it can safely open and disconnect the battery. So the power to the motor will be disconnected. So this is connected in series with the battery. So if you do not have a device, but the winding is going to burn, if you have the device, it's going to be soft cut off the power supply. In this one, so we have also released 48 volt. Already the 12 volt is known to everybody. So the 48 volt is a new technology. So again, we have launched in the motors. Already we had given to our global OEMs, even tier ones in India who is working on that. These will have like a different form factors, again based on the current rating. So you can see the current rating based on the chip size also. So 8 by 12 will have a different size, that means the current rating up to 12 amperes. Again, 8 by 15 will have up to 15 amperes, and of course, the smaller chip devices, what we call, these are used especially in the door locks. Door locks doesn't require the higher power. They need 2 amperes, 3 amperes. These particular chip devices used in the door lock. The remaining used on the seat adjustment motors or window lift motors, sunroof motors, so whatever you use it. Okay? So these are the sitting inside the motor. In addition to the whatever you have the ECUs for each and every application. These products you don't find on Electrification website. These are the customized parts. Only we work on the based on the customer OEM requirements. Of course, what is the technologies in this one? In the over temperature, the conventional one is bimetal. You guys might have heard about as a bimetal, right? It has a metal with 2 different properties. But every time for a higher voltage, 48 volt, it makes and breaks. It leads to arcing in the motor. So that's the reason why the people want PPTC, because PPTC doesn't have any moving parts inside it. It is basically the polymer material, which will be separated based on the temperature. So this is what the difference between the conventional technology with the PPTC technology and the 48 volt systems. Of course, the next one is on thermal protector side, what we are giving. This is, we launched this product on the OEM requirement for the ABS, EPS, and HVAC applications, critical applications. When they don't want semiconductor devices goes into fail mode, this particular device will be in turn shut down the power. So this is a safety device. Maybe even ISO has released into the market saying that you need to have a safety device on the ABS and EPS. This already we are giving it these 4 products to the multiple OEMs. Whatever you see that for 12 volt, 16 volt part for the 12 volt application. We are differentiating the 48 volt part with color coding, which is a green color. So if you are designing on your loads will be at the 48 volt. So 48 volt part is the green color coded one where you can use it. This already tested up to 60 volt. So this part you can use it if you are designing on the 48 volt system, especially for the inverter applications. So I covered almost most of the technologies what we have it. So when it comes to the powertrain of EV, instead of you call it PDU, now it's called BDU. So it's a battery distribution unit. So one slide talks about little fuse technologies. So we have demo boards that's kept outside. These are rated for 500,000 volt. We have the fuses. We have the current sensors, we have DC contactors, so many more in this one, especially anybody's working on 1500 volt PUs, okay, so we have product lines. So to just show you the products what we have it, 500 volt up to this series we have it, and then 800 volt for the assembly type, and 1000 volt is up, okay, so here also we are innovating day by day. We are changing technology. What we have right now is a filament body. That means even if you throw from the top of it, the body will not damage. Now customers asking for the plastic body, we are changing it. They want with the plastic end caps, we are doing it. We are keep on innovating on this technology, especially for the high voltage fuses. And of course the current sensors, we have these current sensors based on the application. We have different current sensors for the BMS, battery management systems. We have it similarly for the motor controls and other industrial applications, current sensors. We have both open and shunt. It is almost like our mega style fuses, what I can say, the moldable type, what we have launched here. So we have seen earlier the fuses, same thing. These are support up to 2500 amperes of current measurement. So for the high-end applications, what we design. Of course, the next is the DC contactors. So I've just put only the one slide to know about it. I'm not talking in detail of it because these are the known to everyone. Okay, so next is what we have is apart from this one, we do have many other products, especially for the commercial vehicle market, where we have the battery disconnects, fuse holders, we have PDUs, and we have fuse holder boxes, many more in this particular one. Yes, so this slide talks about MHEV, anybody talks about 48 volt, the fuses. These are all 12 volt fuses. This is for 48 volt fuses. Next one is for the 800 volt DC and 400 volt DC. So my last slide talks about single presentation for the passenger vehicle, where I talked about all this over temperature, over voltage, over current on the right hand side, and left hand side you have is for the video application. So even we do have embedded, what we make is embedded cyber security software configurable BCMs, what we make. This is only again for the OEM specifications. We don't do it for anybody, so it is based on the OEM we does for that. So this is end of my presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So I think I'm well within time I covered it, most of it. So our stall is there. You can just have a look at the products, whatever I show you right now. Any questions? Okay, I'm available till end of session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babu. I'm sure the engineers present here would love to connect with you post-session. All right, everyone, time for a quick breather. Refreshments and snacks are right outside, so please go grab a coffee and stretch your legs. And please do swing by the booth while you are at it. See you later. Thanks.
Where speed and design flexibility matter most, engineers have more options. They can print. 3D printing has moved into industrial scale production. It cuts lead times, eliminates traditional manufacturing constraints, and expands what's possible in the design process. From lightweight agricultural systems to custom medical implants, 3D printing offers production-grade components, built with precision and on demand. No mold, no waste, no delay. Engineers can choose from advanced materials, titanium, carbon fiber, innovative resins, and high-performance polymers to reduce weight, optimize strength, and streamline assembly. It's more than an evolution in manufacturing. It reshapes logistics, improves sustainability, and enables new levels of performance across industries. It shifts the ways engineers create, iterate, and deliver first to market in today's competitive environment. 3D printing enables more complex designs, lighter products, and flexible manufacturing. Where progress accelerates, innovations can scale with ease, and production meets possibility, building a smarter, more sustainable future, layer by layer. Brought to you by Monster Electronics, where it's our mission to empower innovation together. Engineering AI for daily life means designing systems people trust that respect privacy, adapt intelligently, and keep humans in control. From responsive smartphones to wearables to personal assistants, iterative use helps AI systems learn. Technology evolves by anticipating needs because engineers design them with the future in mind. Brought to you by us, empowering innovation together. Humanoid robots that move from sci-fi into the real world with potential for everyday use. But to fully function in the world, a few engineering hurdles remain. Real-time perception, edge AI processing, and high-density power, to name a few. Creating that delicate balance between tech advancement and safe human interaction. It's the combined integration of sensing, control, and computation designed to operate in the human world. Brought to you by us, empowering innovation together.
Quoting can be one of the longest portions of your day. Entering each part manually, along with needed quantity, specs, and other considerations, consumes so much time. Fortunately, there are solutions available to get some time back and increase your productivity. With API Search, your information is integrated from your system and saved for quicker and reliable access to your data. API ordering. Typically, when you order through the Mouser website, you might experience some human error and enter the incorrect part numbers or quantity needed. With API ordering, the system remembers your previous order history and streamlines the process. So, what perks come along with automation? No more manual entry. You'll no longer need to enter orders manually, avoiding additional steps. This means no more checking to make sure specs and data are correct, and API removes the additional stress. No more duplicate orders. If there is more than one buyer on your team, you might find that you've entered the same order without knowing, and API will notify you if an order has been placed. This eliminates any return processes or extra stock hidden in your storage area. No more wasted time. By using an API, your time is cut in half. This means more time to focus on everything else on your to-do list. No more difficult interfaces. The Mouser API is user-friendly, so even if you're new to the industry, the program will be easy to learn. To get started, visit Mouser's API Hub. Signing up for a My Mouser account is easy, free, and grants you access to a wealth of tools to make your job easier. You'll be able to view and print invoices, search for previously purchased parts quickly, and you'll even get your own price and availability assistant. The Price and Availability Assistant allows you to check stock prices, see what's available in inventory, and bulk add products to your cart. You can tap into the power of your assistant in 3 ways. Drag and drop your spreadsheet right into the system, copy and paste your data, or manually enter your data. Here's what you need to know before you move forward with the Price and Availability Assistant. If you'd like to drag and drop a spreadsheet, remember to drag and drop an XLS, XLSX, CSV, or TXT spreadsheet onto the blue box. Mouser also provides a template you can use for additional convenience. If you decide to copy and paste your data, there are 2 different formats for copy and paste entries. Remember, only one product can be entered per line. The delimiter should remain consistent and be a pipe, tab, or comma. You cannot include a pipe, tab, or comma in any part numbers. Both manufacturer and Mouser part numbers are acceptable. Customer part numbers are also acceptable, but must be less than 22 characters. If you do not specify a quantity, it will be defaulted to 1. Lastly, you may decide to enter your data manually. In that case, you can input your respective info in each of the following fields. Learn more about the benefits of a My Mouser account and get started with your Price and Availability Assistant today by visiting Mouser's website. As a purchasing pro, grappling with thought-provoking challenges and getting in on company strategy is what you do. Your time is worth more than cutting and pasting part numbers. You need better and faster ways to find the parts you need. Keeping numerous distributor websites open, along with aggregators and manufacturer sites, while copying and pasting part numbers won't cut it anymore. We've talked about automation before, but let's dive deeper into APIs. We toss the term around a lot without even realizing we use APIs in so much of what we do, like the API at work behind the scenes of our most frequented social media sites. Why not let an API make your job more efficient too? Mouser's API is easy to implement. In just minutes, you'll be able to set up a My Mouser account and receive your Mouser Search API key. From there, you'll get with the technical team at your company and give them this email address so they can reach out and sort through the technical details. Then, get ready for speed and convenience. Once the API is in place, Mouser inventory gets fed into your ERP system and updated in real time. The API does all the work, not you. Take a look at how it works. Part numbers and quantity are nothing more than data. In the background, your API-enabled system sends a call for this data to Mouser. Mouser securely sends this information back to your system with current stock quantity and pricing. Now, head over to Mouser's website to get started.
A future where your mind controls machines without lifting a finger. That's the promise of Brain Computer Interface Technology, or BCI, which transforms how computers connect with the human mind. Today, BCIs help restore mobility to patients with paralysis or knee prosthetics, communication to the silent, and are mapping new ways for humans and machines to interact. Researchers are developing neural technology that translate brain signals into digital commands that allow users to control robotic limbs, tap on virtual keyboards, or even convey emotion through devices. BCIs also enable other breakthroughs. The combination of advances in AI, wearable devices, and sensor technology redefine human-machine interaction. Imagine immersive virtual environments controlled by power headsets that let users operate complex systems in real time without ever touching a screen. BCIs can reshape industries from gaming and education to transportation and industrial settings, revolutionizing how humans interact with the world, where thought powers action and innovation knows no limits. Brought to you by Mouser Electronics, where it's our mission to empower innovation together. From the first spark of an idea to a fully realized design, AI-powered tools can transform how engineers imagine, explore, and build. It captures your design vision before a single symbol hits the schematic. By organizing disparate nodes, specs, and goals into a unified starting point, it helps engineers find the right components faster, flags potential risks like part supply issues or temperature limits before they become a costly mistake. And it can amplify an engineer's judgment. AI-powered engineering tools reduce design cycles, automate tedious tasks, and keep teams alive. From first draft to final PCB, these tools optimize power for factories of the future, guide the design of life-saving medical devices, and model systems that support renewable energy grids. Because engineering is more complex, more connected, more collaborative, and AI has become the partner that helps make it all possible. A force multiplier, a smarter way to innovate. Because the future will see AI and engineers work closely together to accomplish more than engineers can do alone, to shape the technologies that propel the world forward. Brought to you by Mouser Electronics, where it's our mission to empower innovation together. Clean tech promises a future where energy systems are cleaner, smarter, and more efficient. Cutting-edge innovations improve how we generate, store, and use electricity, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. With the global renewables market projected to reach $1.2 trillion by 2030, we are on the cusp of powering a sustainable world, and engineers are at the forefront of this transformation, developing high-efficiency solar cells that maximize the capture of sunlight, lightweight wind turbine blades to increase power output, and next-generation batteries with more storage and faster charging capabilities. But clean tech isn't just about power. It's about a tightly connected energy ecosystem. Smart grids enable predictive grid balancing, reduce outages, and optimize efficiency, powered by IoT and edge computing. Breakthroughs from high-performance solar panels and energy harvesting technology to carbon capture devices make clean technology more sustainable, scalable, and resilient. A greener future made possible by reducing, reusing, and reimagining technology. Brought to you by Mauser Electronics, where it's our mission to empower innovation together.
There are many places in the world where your access is limited. You can't enter the vaults of Fort Knox. Probably won't find Canada's Lost Diamond Mine. You may never lay eyes on the Vatican secret archives. And the lost city of Zion. Remain lost forever. But at Mauser, we give you unlimited access to the widest selection of semiconductors and electronic components from well over 1,000 leading brands engineers know and trust. On your quest for technology and innovation, let Mauser be your guide. No matter where you roam, you'll encounter places you can't access. Brave Norway's Arctic temperatures to venture inside the global sea vault, and you'll instantly be turned away. There's also no chance of getting past the guards at Buckingham Palace to dine with the king. While your thirst may be quenched, the Coca-Cola formula will remain a closely guarded secret. Hidden for more than 500 years now, Montezuma's treasure, in truth, may never be seen. And unless you're Japanese royalty, you'll never set eyes on what's inside the Eastern Grand Shrine. But when it's time to obtain the widest selection of semiconductors and electronic components for design, Mauser always gives you full, unrestricted access. Let us be your guide in exploring a world full of technology and innovation.
When you want to do something, you dream, you learn, you take measure of yourself and the challenge in front of you. You put in the work, you recognize. That's the road to success. Nothing to change. At Master, we are to partnering with over 1,200 leading electronic components and how you understand the markets around the globe has made us the fastest growing distributor in the industry. Maintaining the world's widest selection in inventory, embracing sophisticated warehouse automation, having multiple customer sales representatives who will answer your questions about infinitely or the status of the moment. That's just what we do at Master. We create an inventory leader in new product introductions and develop productivity tools that are buying from us the thing over 650,000 customers that we inhabit. Because at Mauser, we live one to chance.
Mouser Electronics has grown tremendously in the last few years. We've expanded our line coverage to include over 1,200 industry-leading manufacturer brands and now lead the industry with over 1 million available to ship products in stock. Our 1 million square foot global distribution center, located at our Dallas Fort Worth headquarters campus, incorporates state-of-the-art automation and wireless technologies, enabling nearly perfect pick and ship operations 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. Let's take a look inside the operation. It all starts in the sea, where we take in and unload pallets containing nearly 8,000 newly arriving products per day. Our dedicated staff goes through each box, entering them into the system, and immediately updating on-hand inventories on Monster.com. From there, the arriving products are staged in our robotic sorting area, where they then make their way to a prescribed warehouse location. Once a customer order is received, our order builders take immediate action. A single order is broken down into lines. Line items are simply designated zones, allowing multi-product orders to be simultaneously pulled from their respective warehouse locations. While many sensitive components requiring special handling are pulled by hand, most of our lines are pulled via automated processes. Our vertical lift modules, or VLMs, are like giant filing cabinets that automatically organize and bring the correct components directly to your The auto store, a massive structure capable of storing 300,000 components, requires no miles. Robots travel around, and within the structure's vast dimensions for treating components and delivering them to warehouse staff. Once a line has been carefully pulled, order will send each component to the consolidation area, where these lines are gathered and assembled into a complete job. Mouser's perfect console system assists each consolidator by scanning the components in order of arrival and automatically brings the orders in for final assembly. Meanwhile, small orders or single line orders are sent to our high-cap machines and create appropriate sized boxes, sealed, and labeled them automatically. Once all the components for an order are in, they are packed, labeled, and sent to shipping. In the shipping area, automated systems direct each package to the correct shipping service for loading onto an assigned truck. And since Mouser is registered as a foreign trading system, all international orders pass customs while being flight to their final destination. All that in 15 minutes or less, real time, for what we think is another satisfied customer. And a race to the stars meant a leap forward in technology. But you can't take to the stars if you only believe the sky's the limit. Every next step in innovation is accomplished through action and working together. It's why engineers trust in Mouser Electronics. It's a partnership where innovators design the future using authentic products delivered fast and accurately. Engineers drive progress. Mouser delivers components. Now we stand on another great moment in technology. We choose to leap forward together. The challenges always get bigger. The technology always evolves. But the partnership remains constant. At Mouser Electronics, engineers are empowered to choose innovation. And with the newest electronic components, we're always on the edge of the next leap forward in design. Mouser Electronics, empowering innovation together.
We are connected by more than commerce. Your engineering, your passion to create is helping drive our growth, and the technological advancements in either design or inspire are fast becoming integral components in the automation of Mouser's logistical operations, sensing, motor control, mobile scanning, IoT, machine learning, robotics. All technologies needed the engineers at design we use in our global distribution center to stock more products, consolidate more orders more accurately, and ship faster than ever. So thank you for all that you do and for developing all the innovations that allow us to continue to better serve your needs.
When speed and design flexibility matter most, engineers have more options. They can print. 3D printing has moved into industrial scale production. It cuts lead times, eliminates traditional manufacturing constraints, and expands what's possible in the design process. From lightweight agricultural systems to custom medical implants, 3D printing offers production-grade components built with precision and on demand. No mold, no waste, no delay. Engineers can choose from advanced materials, titanium, carbon fiber, innovative resins, and high-performance polymers to reduce weight, optimize strength, and streamline assembly. It's more than an evolution in manufacturing. It reshapes logistics, improves sustainability, and enables new levels of performance across industries. It shifts the ways engineers create, iterate, and deliver first to market in today's competitive environment. 3D printing enables more complex designs, lighter products, and flexible manufacturing. Where progress accelerates, innovation gets scale with ease, and production meets possibility, building a smarter, more sustainable future, layer by layer. Brought to you by Mouser Electronics, where it's our mission to empower innovation together. Engineering AI for daily life means designing systems people trust that respect privacy, adapt intelligently, and keep humans in control. From responsive smartphones to wearables to personal assistants, innovative use helps AI systems learn. Technology evolves by anticipating needs because engineers design the future evolve. Brought to you by Mouse, empowering innovation together. Humanoid robots have moved from sci-fi into the real world with potential for everyday use. But to fully function in the world, a new engineering hurdles remain. Real-time perception, edge AI processing, and high-density power to name a few, creating that delicate balance between tech advancement and safe human interaction. It's the combined integration of sensing, control, and computation designed to operate in the world. Brought to you by Mouse, empowering innovation together.
Coding can be one of the longest portions of your day. Entering each part manually, along with needed quantity, specs, and other considerations, consumes so much time. Fortunately, there are solutions available to get some time back and increase your productivity. With API Search, your information is integrated from your system and saved for quicker and reliable access to your data. API ordering. Typically, when you order through the Mouser website, you might experience some human error and enter the incorrect part numbers or quantity needed. With API ordering, the system remembers your previous order history and streamlines the process. So, when perks come along with automation, no more manual entry. You'll no longer need to enter orders manually, avoiding additional steps. This means no more checking to make sure specs and data are correct. And API removes the additional stress. No more duplicate orders. If there is more than one buyer on your team, you might find that you've entered the same order without knowing. An API will notify you if an order has been placed. This eliminates any return processes or extra stock hidden in your storage area. No more wasted time. By using an API, your time is cut in half. This means more time to focus on everything else on your to-do list. No more difficult interfaces. The Mouser API is user-friendly, so even if you're new to the industry, the program will be easy to learn. To get started, visit Mouser's API Hub. Signing up for a MyMouser account is easy, free, and grants you access to a wealth of tools to make your job easier. You'll be able to view and print invoices, search for previously purchased parts quickly, and you'll even get your own price and availability assistant. The Price and Availability Assistant allows you to check stock prices, see what's available in inventory, and bulk add products to your cart. You can tap into the power of your assistant in 3 ways. Drag and drop your spreadsheet right into the system, copy and paste your data, or manually enter your data. Here's what you need to know before you move forward with the Price and Availability Assistant. If you'd like to drag and drop a spreadsheet, remember to drag and drop an XLS, XLSX, CSV, or TXT spreadsheet onto the blue box. Mouser also provides a template you can use for additional convenience. If you decide to copy and paste your data, there are 2 different formats for copy and paste entries. Remember, only one product can be entered per line. The delimiter should remain consistent and be a pipe, tab, or comma. You cannot include a pipe, tab, or comma in any part numbers. Both manufacturer and Mouser part numbers are acceptable. Customer part numbers are also acceptable, but must be less than 22 characters. If you do not specify a quantity, it will be defaulted to 1. Lastly, you may decide to enter your data manually. In that case, you can input your respective info in each of the following fields. Learn more about the benefits of a MyMouser account and get started with your Price and Availability Assistant today by visiting Mouser's website. As a purchasing pro, grappling with thought-provoking challenges and getting in on company strategy is what you do. Your time is worth more than cutting and pasting part numbers. You need better and faster ways to find the parts you need. Keeping numerous distributor websites open, along with aggregators and manufacturer sites, while copying and pasting part numbers won't cut it anymore. We've talked about automation before, but let's dive deeper into APIs. We toss the term around a lot without even realizing we use APIs in so much of what we do, like the API and work behind the scenes of our most frequented social media sites. Why not let an API make your job more efficient too? Mouser's API is easy to implement. In just minutes, you'll be able to set up a My Mouser account and receive your Mouser Search API key. From there, you'll get the technical team at your company and give them this email address so they can reach out and
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you are feeling all recharged. So let's get back into it. We now have Mr. Hayuki Mariyama from Tayo Sweden, who will share his insights on powering the evolution of passive components in automotive electronics. Please welcome him to the stage.
Hi everyone. Thank you for your attending Tayo Yugen session in Mauser seminar. My name is Katsura. I'm Japanese. I'm taking responsibility for India's sales office in Tayo Yugen Group. Today, we will introduce our components of automotive grade. And before going to component session, I will explain what is Tayo Yugen first, and what is the component trend in the automotive application. Okay, Tayo Yugen is a Japanese-based component supplier, and we have 4 divisions, product divisions in our company. MLCC, RF devices, inductors, and power devices. And today, Mr. Maruyama is coming from Japan and explain our hybrid capacitor in a power device division. This is our financial data from the past. We are increasing our revenue from the past. And this financial year, we are expected to reach 2.56 billion US dollar. This is our product portfolio by products. 70% is come from MLCC, and 18% is inductor, and 4% is RF devices, and 7% is power devices. And this is a portfolio by market segment. The major business portfolio is automotive. And as you can see, the automotive sales is growing year by year. This is our factory location out of Japan. And we have several factories in the outside of Japan, and overseas production, which means outside of Japan, is reached to roughly 70%. And again, this is our product lineup. Also, the major business is MLCC, but we also have strong components in inductor, power devices, and RF products. So the key message here is we are a leading company of a passive component. So if you have a program and the inquiry for passive component, please contact us. This is our sales network globally. And last year, we opened a Bangalore office in India. And this year, we opened a Delhi branch office. And now, I'm considering to open a Pune branch office. And this is our support organization chart in India. Under this nice guy, we have 3 salesperson in India. So 2 is in Bangalore, and 1 is in Delhi. And we are increasing Pune person this year or next year. Okay, so let's move to component trend in the automotive market. So now the automotive industry is at the once in the century turning point. So the keyword is a case, connected, autonomous, shared, and electronic. So in this case situation, there are 2 big trends in the car happening. So one is safety. So several functions implemented in the car, and the car need to use a high-speed processor. And another one is power electrification. And as you know, wheel drive changed from engine to motor. And accessories also changed from mechanical drive to motor. So everything is driven by the motor. So it means electric components increase in the drive system as well. So totally speaking, the passive component, electric component, including passive component, increasing year by year. So, but the mounting area of the component is limited. So, recently, engineers need to use small case size component with a narrow pitch, like this. And this is one example for domain controller. And nowadays, domain controller changed to zonal controller, which is a central computer plus zone controller. And as you can see in the PCB board, front side and back side, and US company using total 45,000 microfarad capacitance, and then 75 pieces metal chip inductor in one board. And the second example is an ADAS sensor, and some top high-end model start using 4D imaging radar. So comparing to 3D radar, power inductor, and the MLCC also increasing a lot. So in this situation, Taiyo Yuden can offer small case size and high performance and high reliability items. So let's move to a component session, and presented change from me to Mr. Mariano. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time. My name is Mariama from Taiyo Yuten. I'm a technical scientist. So from now on, I will explain about introduce about the automotive product. First, it is polymer hybrid capacitor. So this page shows the product map of high reliability capacitor. For MLCC, the main application is low voltage application with below 1 microfarad. And recently, it is focused higher voltage with below 1 microfarad. For electrolytic capacitor, it is this area. Then it is more higher capacitance application. Then especially hybrid capacitor focusing the larger current and larger capacitance application. Example for ECU and motor pump or ADAS info. And also server base station is targeted. Then this page shows the characteristic map of electrolytic capacitance. So above is chart, positioning chart. Then for conductive polymer, so ripple current and ESR are good performance, but the rated voltage is a little bit low. And leakage current is not so good. And failure mode is short mode. For aluminum cap, it can handle the higher voltage than conductive polymer, and ESR is not so good at low temperatures, and the failure mode is an open mode. Then hybrid cap can best performance of both. It can handle larger ripple current and low ESR at low temp and long lifetime with open failure mode. So it can use directly under battery. This is a key point. Then this slide shows the product lineup of our polymer hybrid cap. Previously, we developed the series based on longer time life. Later, we developed the focusing on higher heat resistance. This time, I would like to introduce the new product. It is J series and K series. J series is in mass production now, and K series will be MP in July, this year, July. So it is developed from HVX to new product. Then this is J series, this is K series. The J series can offer higher ripple current and larger capacitance than HVX. And K series can offer higher ripple current and other 80 volt related solution and big size K size than J series. So this slide shows our new product introduction about J series and K series. Vertical line shows the capacitance, and the horizontal line is related voltage 25, 35, and 6380 volt. Then black text is J series, and blue text is K series. Then you can see, for example, 25 voltage can up to 1,800 microfarad by 1 pieces. And regarding to 63 volt can up to the 330 microfarad or by 1 pieces. And K series focus the 80 volt product, and 80 volt product can up to the 180 microfarad we can offer. And for the detailed technical information, please visit our website and use the TY Compass, which is a product search system. So it is not only a hybrid cap, but also MLCC and inductor. So please visit this website. And over our booth have some QR code. please bring QR code to find this TOA compass. And this is market information for polymer hybrid cab is main is automotive market. And the shifting trend of EV, so it is a necessity to reduce the EV weight. In this case, so technical trend also moved to 48 volt system. So especially I assume the main application will be e-motor and ADAS or something. And here is a requirement of electric capacitor. For 12 volt system, it is required the 25 or 35 related voltage. For 48 volt system, it is required the 63 or 80 volt related voltage. So this page shows our example image of e-motors. Currently, so customer is considering to use hybrid capacitor for DC link capacitor for motor. My key point, it is e-motor drive frequency is from 5K to 50K. In this case, so ripple current also very important is drive frequency. But hybrid capacitor, so catalog value is tested from 100K. Then here is our actual tested data, reference data using our actual product. Part number here, and voltage is 63 volt and 150 micro and 10 by 60.3. So you can see here is a motor drive frequency, still stable performance of ESR. So in my research, so it may have some maker may have some unstable motor drive frequency, but this is good. That's why I mentioned. Please focus our product. Then here is our example of the unit-based requirement. And then if customers you have some unit-based requirement, please let us know. And this page shows the example use of the LED headlight. Then current trend is toward to LED conversion for daylight and low beam and high beam. So this is parallel add. In this case, so first DC power increase. And so aluminum cap will be changed to hybrid cap. We assume. In the future, so the trend is toward to ADB system. In this case, so due to adoption, the input voltage will be 48 volt. We can 63 hybrid cap will be keep using. Here is a example image unit requirement. Please refer the actual part number. So if after that, please let us know. And this page shows a 48 volt system trend. So standard case size, so far standard case size is 10 by 6.5. And the standard voltage I told you, so 63 volt or 80 volt. And the standard capacitance is now 150 microfarad up to 63 volt or 100 microfarad to up to 80 volt. And here is a product lineup. Then we can offer those capacitance and ripple current with each case size. And red line is customer demand is concentrated. And 12.5 this is our own case size. It is only Taiyo and can make this size hybrid cap. And actual sample our booth has an actual sample. So after that, please see the biggest. And this page shows the latest information about the J series and K series. Table above shows a comparison between the current and the new product with using the 25 volt and 330 microfarad. So for J series, can offer the higher ripple current than HVX with same case size. And K series can offer perform the higher ripple current than HVX with small case size. This is the key point. And the table below is a new product proposal today. So we can offer those capacitance and ripple current in the table. The above is 25 volt, or it is for 25 volt system. Below is a 63 volt product. It is for 48 volt system. And the light yellow shows a new update. Please refer to this number and please consider this our product for your design. And the next, it is MLCC and inductors. So this is a MLCC and automotive product. And market need, it is a high reliability product and a high CV product. And our strength is mostly for cutting edge and high CV product and high reliability. And growth strategy, we are targeting the AI server and the automotive market. And this page shows a schematic and a photo image for domain control unit. And MLCC is targeting the first DC area as well as second DC area. Then there is a two proposal here. One is here, two is here. Then one is a compact high capability product. And the second is includes the resin encapsulated MLCC. This is resin encapsulated. It is for vibration and bending. So it is very key, important for automotive. And this page shows the automotive product of inductors. Market needs, it is a large current product in various case size. And our strength, so it is advanced elemental technology, metal and ferrite. And growth strategy, so it also focuses on the automotive market. So this page shows our inductor product. Vertical line shows the case size, and the horizontal line shows the inductance. And the light blue shows the ferrite-based inductor. And the light green shows the metal-based inductor. You can see we have several type of the inductor. And we also have the higher temperature solution. And also I explained, so it please visit our TY Compass. You can find the detailed technical information from there. So this page shows that M-coil LACN inductor. So it is next generation power inductor. So you can see case size is 1608 and ACQ 200 volt feet. It can up to 165 degrees C. Then inductance is around 1 microhenry. So you can see. And in your design, do you have any those concern regarding your power supply? So this is our technical thinking. So several space issue on the power is unstable or temperature is hotter. So there is several concern. But Taiwan LCCN and LACN series have all the answer. So product future is here. So smaller, thinner, and high current capability, and high efficiency, and low heat generation. Please see the next page for the detail. So regarding smaller and thinner, so red area is only Taiwan. That's why we can offer the very small and thinner. And this picture shows low magnetic leakage. So left side is Taiwan and the right side is competitor. So this is low magnetic leakage. In this case, it can possible to use the high current. And third is high efficiency. So red line is Taiwan, so efficiency is good. And this is a low heat generation. So even though it takes the higher current, still delta T is low. It is very important. Okay. Then summary. So this page is a summary. So we for automotive, so we there is a two trend. One is enhanced safety. It is required the enhanced ECU performance. And the second is power electrification. It is required the electrical device increase in the motor unit. The Taiwan automotive grade selection is here. For hybrid capacitor, we can offer the J series, K series for motor product. And inductors, so we can offer the LCCN and LACN series for small DC-DC circuit. And for MLCC, so we can offer the MCAS and MAAS series for DC-DC, first DC-DC area and the second DC-DC area for bending or vibration. Then we have a various item lineup for automotive. Please contact Taiwan sales nearby. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mariama and Mr. Kashura. Passives are the quiet unsung heroes of every board, and it's fascinating to see how much these small components are doing to drive automotive electronics forward. A real appreciation for the details. Up next, may I invite Mr. Satish from Molex to the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We talked about the software, we talked about components that goes into the PCBs. Now you need a people who are connecting those parts. So you are connecting people that connects the lives as well as the products. So we are providing the connectors, the products, solutions that goes into the automotive market. It's one of the BU for us. So Molex is a company that started in 1938, almost 80 and 90 years old organization. We have more than 160,000 products to offer to our customers. Um, Okay, so what we do, we enable the technology inside the technology, which means our customers are OEMs and tier ones, which designs and develops the products. We provide the solution that goes inside those products, like we are the connecting link. What we do what we do matters a lot. You can see here. Sorry. I'm sorry, I have a habit of walking around. I'm really sorry for that. It's fine. It's fine. I'll stand here. We are having almost $2 billion in transportation revenue. That means it goes into the products like your passenger vehicles, the commercial vehicles, the two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and for different automotive applications. Then we also support our automotive OEMs and tier ones across the world. And we have the facilities that are dedicated in more than 3 continents across. We are delivering both wireless as well as wired connectivity solutions. And lastly, we are one of the world leader in the antenna technology. So we support the proven solutions on the EV side, the software-defined vehicles, the electrification market. We also provide a lot of products that goes into your solutions, specifically for vehicle. Your in-cabin experience will be enhanced with a lot of connectivities and solutions. So, on the trends that we talked about, electrification, we have a lot of the connectivity opportunities that goes into this market. We have the products and solutions that basically replaces the mechanical systems with an electrified systems, for which you need a lot of connectivities and solutions that Molex offers. The second one, we are talking about the autonomous to autonomous, and more importantly, we have a lot of products in this area also to talk about that I will probably show you a little bit of the product insights later. Then software-defined vehicles and zonal architectures. Many of us talked about this in the morning. Our friend from Morocco also talked about the zonal architecture. So we have products that goes into those zonal architecture solutions, like your ECUs, VCUs, BMS, those kind of applications. Then the connectivity, the wired and wireless connectivity solutions. Today, wiring is important. Of course, we are using a lot of copper, but we also have the wireless solution that goes into your antennas, your V2X, the antennas, then the high-speed Ethernet connectivity solution that goes inside the vehicle, or we call it as in-cabin experience. Then miniaturization, because today miniaturization is the need of the hour. All these days, people are using the 0.64 terminal system in the automotive industry. Now, 0.64 is becoming miniaturized, 0.5 terminal system, basically for the general wiring applications. Then your in-vehicle experience, which is basically we call it as in-cabin experiences, where you want to have a quieter, safer experiences in the vehicle. Okay. So these are the products and solutions. I'm just straight away jumping into the product. You can see the products that goes inside the box, outside the box, wired and wireless solutions, the power, the high speed. This kind of summarizes the product that we offer to our automotive customers. That includes the OEMs, that includes our tier ones and our customers, which are basically designing the modules and systems. So you can see the product that goes, I'll start with the outside the box. We have the products that are starting from the signal, the power, then your RF, then you have a combination of all of them in the the connectivity as a solution. Then you have a high speed. When I say high speed, it starts from 10 megabits per second all the way up to 10 gigabits per second. We have products to offer for the connectivity solutions for high speed application. Then the third one is the power. Of course, you need a power for you to enable your vehicle, your modules or systems to perform, for which we have the products starting from probably 10 amperes, 10 amperes, 20 amperes, all the way up to 350 amperes. We have those products available here. And inside the box, some of these are board-to-board, wire-to-board for your signal applications or your data transfer applications. we have those products also listed over here. And wired and wireless, we have the antennas. We are one of the largest supplier of the antennas, especially the sharpened antennas to the automotive market. We are number one in terms of the sharpened antennas to the global customers. And we also have the different sensor technologies, the camera actual technology for your reverse parking assist or your surround view camera systems on the vehicle or your lidar and radar requirements. We have those sensors or sensor housings that we manufacture and supply. Then lastly, your wireless chargers and USBs as a solution we offer to our customer. These are customized, mostly supplied to the OEMs, not the automotive. So I am linking my products and solutions to the products that you are currently doing it or currently manufacturing it. So you see the electrification, on the electrification. So you can see the applications, different applications listed over here. Your 48 volt system, many of us talked about the 48 volt system today. These are the mid voltage. You can see some of the connectors listed over there or in blue color. So the color of the connectors defines how much voltage it can carry. So the black ones are up to 14 volt or 24 volt DC system. The blue color are the ones which are used for the mid voltage. And anything in orange color are for high voltage. And anything in yellow color, it is for safety restraint system, basically used for your airbag applications. So you can see the different color of products and the different application that it could be used for. And that goes your inside the box, outside the box, again the power, and it can be linked with any of these applications that is used in the electrification as a market. On the zonal architecture, more importantly, I want to talk about the connectors that goes outside the box. The reason being, you have the first one, the first product called MX Dash. When we say Dash, it is data, signal, hybrid. When we say data, signal, and hybrid, you're all aware of the signal, and hybrid is mostly towards your power or towards your RF signals. Because today, a lot of functions are being put together in one single system. So for which your connectivity also needing the consolidation of your signal, the power, the RF, everything in one single connectivity. So we have those products already developed and being provided to our customers in the market. So we have the bottom ones, you can see the CMC, the CMX, these are high performance hybrid connectors starting from 32 pins all the way up to 200 pins that can be customized for many of your actual requirements. Then we also have high speed. The XS Autolink 1 can carry up to 5 gigabits per second. The Autolink 2 can be used for 10 gigabits per second. These are already deployed in the Indian passenger vehicle market. I don't want to name the OEMs, so you can talk to us and then we can help you out with the OEM names and the applications where it is used for. Probably you might be driving one of those cars today. On the wired and wireless solutions, we are providing the camera backshell basically for surround view, the front view, or your HUDs or your reverse parking assist system. Then inside the box, the mirror, the ZN stack, the flexi, those are used for your BMS application or your mild hybrid technologies that is used in your BMS or PDUs or those kind of applications. And again, the applications you can link up the products that goes into your applications. This is on the ADAS and autonomous side. Again, products will be a little bit different, but the applications are enormous where we are providing our solutions to all our customers. So like the gateways, the connectivity modules, your blind spot detection systems or infotainment head unit or HUDs, all those things are using the connectors that are listed over here. This is on the body and convenience. Again, your lighting systems or your seat control, your door modules, heating systems. These products needed connectivities and those uses the products that are listed over there. Like what is there outside the box and what is inside the box. On the JCN safety, again, your electric parking assist, electric stability control, electric power steering system uses these connectors. This is on the powertrain. On the in-vehicle experience, where you have the product, we have an antenna that is already certified globally for the V2X solutions. Then we have the telematics and connectivity control unit uses a lot of these products. And we have the sensors, we have the the medium voltage connectors that goes into these products. And for the infotainment unit, you have the products which are which is in the wired and wireless solution. So here you can see the products that are basically on the wireless charging for the data and power connectivity. We have the complete module that are being developed and being provided to the OEMs. This is on the telematics and networking. Again, your telematics connectivity unit, your gateways where you need the internet inside the vehicle. These are the products that can be used for. Okay, this is something about the connectors that are used for developing the automotive applications. You can see this particular connector. It is a single row wire to wire system where it could be used for your headlamps, the backlights, or automotive black box applications, where it is already tested according to a few of these standards which is listed over here. We have starting from 2 to 15 way on this solution. This is Mini 50. We have both in unsealed as well as sealed. In unsealed, we have starting from 2-way all the way up to 38-way, and it can be stacked side one to each other. You can see the stacking system available on the side of the connector. So if you want a 38-way to behave 76, you can just stack one next to each other. So it becomes one single connection system. This is on the unsealed side. This is again used for your seat mirror controls or infotainment systems that goes inside the cabin. These connectors could be used for. And this is stack 50H. We have starting from 12 up to 32-way. Again, it could be stacked up to 5 connectors in one single solution with the different colors and the different power coatings. It gives you a okay, so that the blue does not go and mate with the green or the yellow. And it is used for your driver assistance, the comfort, the convenience, and in-vehicle networking systems it could be used for. Stack is one of the largest used connectors that are in the unsealed environment, where inside it's like your PNS, your HVAC system, your power steering systems. These connectors are used. Again, it could be stacked next to each other up to 80 circuits. You can see that over there. It is available in vertical as well as in right-angle system. Contact 50 is another connector with a 0.5 terminal system. All these days we are using 0.64, which are for 0.5 square root cable. But this is 0.35 square root cable where your current rating is not more than 4 amperes. You can use this kind of connectors in the unsealed environment again. Used for different applications as usual, like your convenience, in-vehicle boxes, or your safety and chassis equipments. These are filters for your different application. MX123, this is the only connector that is available in the vertical, starting from your up to 80 amperes, 80 way. This is available only in silver and gold plating. Currently, this is being deployed not only in the BMS application, also for the two-wheeler applications. It is being used currently in India. Many of our automotive two-wheeler manufacturers, where they do not have the space for cable routing, they are using these connectors, especially the 56-way is being predominantly used in those, especially for the VCUs. And it also used for your audio navigation infotainment. CMC, CMX is one of the widely used connectors in the automotive industry. In your ECUs, VCUs, NSS, all those, where it is available in both thin and gold plating. And it is starting from, on the CMC we have 22 up to 53 on the harness side. And the CMX we have 27 up to 120 on the harness side. And on the header, we are not listing over here. You You can reach out to us, you can make a product for your requirements, as long as the volumes are justifiable. This is used for your body electronics, your gearbox application, powertrain, suspensions, and different door controllers, those kind of applications. This could connect it to be used for. MX150 is widely used both in the two-wheeler as well as the passenger vehicle market in India as well as across the globe. We have a 1.5, 2.8, and 6.3 terminal system with a 3.5 mm pitch, which means that between the distance between the two terminals is 3.5 mm, where this is used in the white wire as well as white food application. Okay. We have a single row starting from 2 to 6 and dual row up to 20. It is used in different applications across both in two-wheeler and in passenger vehicle. This is panel mount. It's a different variety of the same product that you have seen in the previous slide. This is a seat system where we have 2 of the 16 way only on the female side, which means the male side could be integrated into your box. So when you are going for a new development, the male side, the connectors could be integrated, and we will give you the design support so that you can integrate it. And we also have a connector that is recently launched on a 33 way that is available in the display area over here. You can take a look at, where we have both vertical and right angle that is used for different VCU and ECU applications, both in the two-wheeler as well as the passenger vehicle market. Today, most of the EV manufacturers on the two-wheeler side are planning to utilize those connectors because 0.5 mm terminal, it is too small in space. You have vertical as well as right angle application. It's a 3-row. It's much more easier and compact to use. This is again a wired device starting from 2 to 8, meaning we will give only the harness side connector. The header side, we will give you the design support to integrate into your box. This is used for body electronics, powertrain, and different sort of applications. Today, it is being deployed in most of the two-wheeler and as well as the four-wheeler market for the sensor applications. MXP 120, we have 2 colors, black and yellow. Yellow is used for your airbag and black is used for your general market on a wire-to-wire solution. Lastly, this is on the in-vehicle network. You can see the products, the networking products, which is supporting from 10 Mbps all the way up to 10 gigabits per second, which is supporting the GNSL. GNSL, I hope everybody aware, it's a gigabit media serial link. Then your USB 2.0, USB 3.2, which is 10 gigabits per second speed, FTPs, your RF. On the media side, we can support the coax cables, STP, UTP, STPs, the different type of the connectors that could be used for your infotainment or in-cabin experience applications. These connectors could be used for, and we also support the cable service side. That includes your forecast and HFMs and everything. And on the bottom, you can see the powering and connecting devices, which is your power delivery, the multimedia, the switches, gateways, compute, and telecommunication networks that goes into your passenger vehicle, as well as your the commercial vehicle. So these are the products that I just talked about. XS Autolink 1 and 2, sealed as well as unsealed application are available. This is high-speed programming. We have both vertical and right angle, both sealed and unsealed, that are already deployed in the market, and we also support the KBS service to it. Just a summary and key takeaway. We have starting from 2 to 200 pens, sealed systems up to IP69 rating. Temperatures, it goes up to 150 degrees centigrade. We have wire-to-wire, wire-to-board, vertical, right angle, all sort of solutions. We have assembly through hole. And more importantly, we are more focused on core products. At the same time, we also support our customers' demand. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Satish. A lot of to think about for us as designers. For our final session of the day, please welcome Mr. Mayank Khanduri from Analog Devices, presenting on ADI technologies enabling higher efficiency in modern electronic systems.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mayank Khanduri, and I am a senior account manager in Analog Devices. So most of you are knowing about Analog Devices or ADI. I am handling North and West Region broad market business, and on behalf of ADI, I would like to thanks to Mauser India team to give us this opportunity to present in Mauser India Technical Roadshow 2026. So today I will walk you through about ADI's technologies, how we are actually enabling higher efficiency in modern electronic systems. We will cover everything from our power portfolio, our motion controllers, automotive connectivity, and battery management solutions. So this is just a reminder of what notice and disclaimer. I will just directly come to this slide. So before I talked about ADI technologies, I wanted you to know a bit about the company itself. So we see post-COVID, there is a fundamental shift in how customers select their components. It's no longer just about whether a component is meeting your technical requirement. Now designer wants to understand more about the semiconductor supplier, how is their manufacturing strategy, what is their capacity, how they are actually managing the geopolitical risks, their financial strength, and their long-term technology roadmap. So it's always good to know who you are partnering before selecting your components and all. So about ADI, it's a US-based company. It's headquartered in Wilmington. It's a Fortune 500 company. The company founded in 1965, and last year we celebrate our 60th anniversary. In terms of revenue, in 2025 we did 11.8 billion revenue, and it is actually diversified across all of the segments, with the highest from industrial, which is contributed 45%, followed by automotive, communication, and consumer. From investment front, we invested $1.8 billion in 2025, which is close to 15% of our overall revenue. By doing this, we are actually providing the cutting-edge technologies to solve customers' critical problems. And over the last 10 to 12 years, we did some major acquisitions to expand our product portfolio capabilities, and a few major acquisitions are listed here, like Light Microwave and Linear Technologies and Maxim Integration. This is our global manufacturing footprint. We have our own fabs. We operate 11 internal factories across 8 countries with over to 15,000 plus employees. We are increasing our capacities. At the same time, we are also partnering with third-party manufacturers like TSMCs and all. And this geo-diversification and supply chain resilience is to support customers' production requirements. So this slide will give you a comprehensive overview of the world of ADI power, we call internally. We have more than 20,000 power products in our power portfolio. And let me walk you through our key offering. So from protection portfolio side, we have So from our protection portfolio side, we have solutions for surge stoppers, over voltage, under voltage protections to cover your front-end circuitry. For charging, we have solutions for all type of chemistries, super caps, and these offering ranges from buck boost with discrete and as well as monolithic solutions where we have integrated our switches, inductors, compensation circuit together so that we can be able to give it to you as a complete package. Similar to our optimizing on the size or requiring excessive circuitry. Has been used across different applications like industrial instrument as a package level where we are minimizing the current loops so that we can be able to reduce overall power losses and heat generation. And finally, the high switching regulator actually it helps us to reduce the sizes of inductor and capacitor so that you will be able to have a solution in a very small form factor. To understand like that all these benefits, how we are actually able to achieve. So to understand that it is like the left side we have a non-traditional non-silent switcher product, and you can see like the high it is having a high single loop, high current loop. That is the main contributor for the EMI noises and all. Then the long bond wires which is connected to the pad to die again contributes to the parasitic inductance and capacitance, which again further introduces the noises. To tackle these issues, so what we did in silent switcher, we actually moved to a flip chip package where we have connected directly die to the pad, and by doing that we are able to address the parasitic noises issues. Second, what we did, we created two small loops rather than the single hot loop, and which are opposite in nature to cancel out each other's EMI impact at the package level. Silent switcher 2, we further actually did the integration. We integrated the caps and all so that the hot loops and ground loops would be put together in a single package to further improve the EMI performance. So it actually provides you a better part in terms of the EMI as well as the smaller solutions because a lot of components has been integrated inside of silent switcher. Now we are sitting on the silent switcher 3 generation. So this is in our latest offering. We improved noise performance in the low frequency range from 10 Hz to 100 kHz. And we achieved this by changing the conventional voltage feedback reference to a current reference architecture. So now with silent switcher 3, we can be able to offer you a high efficiency of a switching regulator with the noise as a low as a reading. So moving to our next major product family, which is micro module regulators. These are highly integrated, complete power management solutions in a compact surface to mount kind of a package. And they offer a wide range of functions, including step down, step up, bug boost, battery charging, LED drivers kind of applications. They are complete system in a package solution so that your design efforts can be reduced with this using these parts. We integrate DC-DC controllers, power transistors, inputs, and output capacitors, compensation components, inductors, all together to make it a single package so that you will start using it from the very first day. Uh, these modules we are actually serving in very diverse set of applications. So you will find them powering up the FPGAs, data converters, transceivers, optical modules, and they have been used in again multiple, I would say, applications like healthcare, automotive, data center, automated test equipment, and all. And across all these requirements, what we see the common point is like the ask is to have a high power density product with reliability and fast time to market. And our micro modules serve this purpose and let customer focus on their core designs rather than focusing on the power solutions and all. So the key advantages of using micro module in your design is like they minimize solution footprint with very high power density. We have solutions which efficiently convert from very high voltage 54 volt to your core voltages 1.8, 0.8, 1.2 volt and supporting up to 160 ampere or more. And then these products are having very fast transient response. They are configurable. Many with comes with a PN bus interface so that you can output your voltage, current settings, and monitoring can be done with the PN bus interface. They are again comes with the ultra low noise, which matters for most of the sensitive algorithm circuit, analog circuits. The thin advanced packaging actually eliminates the need of external components and making them kind of a true single source solutions compared to a discrete solution where you have to source for multiple parts, inductors, switches, and also it actually dramatically reduces all that beyond count. So this is the history of our micro module innovation, and we evolve over the period of time with the market needs. The first product which we launched in 2006 is we launched this product in 2006. And by 2010, when there was a rise of mobile 3G to 4G, there is a requirement to have multi-channel kind of modules with some digital features, along with some exposed stop heat thermal management and also. Then in 2013, because of this time, because of online business applications with very advanced FPGAs and all, we launched our first component on package module. So in this COP module, we actually used inductor as a heat sink so that with a very small form factor, you will be having a very efficient kind of part. Then 2017, we reinforced that design by cold plate mounting in high reliability test equipment kind of applications. In 2019, it was the time when 5G was there and the demand was to have more compact transceivers, which led us to develop our first embedded die module mainly for optical networking applications. Now we are seeing with this data center and AI requirements, which actually again drove us to create an open frame LTP package for even higher efficiency and power density. So we have solutions for motion control as well, and this comes to us from Trinamic product family. Trinamic was a German company which have a specialization in motion control, and that was integrated into EDA in 2021. So, with ADI Trinamic, we have a very flexible and integrated offering, and let me summarize the Trinamic product model family across these three level of integrations. So, at the IC level, we have high performance drivers and motion controllers for steppers, gear DC, plus DC motors, so that if you want to start with the IC level, you can immediately use our ICs for that. But in some cases, based on the time to market and all, we have our module offerings, which includes motion cookies and larger port level products, where you can just connect power, motor, and communications so that it will start functioning from the very next day. Then we also have our pen drive solutions, which are a complete smart motors solution with everything built in with electronics as well as motor. We are also providing software and development tools across all of the levels so that customer can choose based on their requirement and time to market. So these solutions has been used in variety of applications like blood analyzer, 3D printing, CNC machines, robotics. There are so more such kind of applications where this product has been used. The key value proposition from motion control side is our algorithm, and we have these proprietary algorithm. The first one is Fred cycle, which provide very high resolution micro stepping that reduces the vibration and mechanical resonance. Then we have stealth chop control voltages to reduce audible noise, so that you will have almost silent motors at the running time. Our style guard algorithm actually enables sensorless load monitoring by measuring back EMF, detecting motor load, and even predicting step outs before it happens. Cool steps algorithm dynamically adapts current based on style guard values and reducing consumption by 70% at low load conditions. Tricoder enables step counting without an encoder or sensor at standstill. And 8-point algorithm provides advanced multi-segment acceleration ramp-ups that reduces the jerky motion and position swoops. These algorithms are what actually makes motors smooth, quiet, energy efficient, and reliable in terms of operations. So automotive as a ADI, I think in my last slide I mentioned it's next biggest vertical, so it's a key focus for ADI. Increasing electrification, the main connectivity needs in the vehicle are video, audio, and data. We are actually as ADI we are investing. So if you consider today's scenario, a typical car uses about 15 to 30 kgs of wiring due to all these complexity. And in ADI, we are very well placed to address this problem statement to address all these three connectivity needs. So first is GMSL. So GMSL as a technology we acquired with the Maxim, and it is gigabit multimedia serial. This is mainly used for the video classification. This is our highly configurable SerDes interconnect solution that provides simultaneous transmission of real-time data, control, and power over a single wire. The two main use cases are camera, sensor to processor, and processor to display. So it is widely adopted by the automotive industry for advanced vision application, touchscreen infotainment, sensor fusion, ECUs, driver monitoring systems, and so on. So how it actually works? So we have a serializer product which actually sits at the camera side, and it converts parallel pixel data from camera into a high-speed serial stream. And it transmits over to a single coax or a shielded twisted pair cable. And the deserializer which sits at the ECU and again converts back to the parallel data. So instead of running dozens of wire between a camera and a display, so this you run on cable. The protocol, GMSL protocol, again it includes error correction and data integrity. So the benefits of GMSL are first reduced cabling, which we just discussed, and cables and connectors are the top point. We want to have fewer cables means less weight, better fuel efficiency, and system reliability. GMSL supports up to 12 Gbps over a single wire with simultaneous video and control, supporting sensor data aggregation, video splitting, stitching, and power over coax. We have three generations. So GMSL 1 supports up to 3 Gbps kind of a data rate. Then we have GMSL 2, which supports up to 6 Gbps. GMSL 3, we can support up to 12 Gbps, which can be interfaced with any high resolution 15 megapixel camera or LCD display. While defining the next generation, we keep it in consideration to keep it pin compatible and backward compatible so that you can move across the generation. Safety side, we provide real-time diagnostic, data integrity checks, adaptive equalizations, and ACLP functional activities. A2B is our automotive audio bus technology, mainly to address the audio connectivity solution, and it is again make the system simple, flexible, and reliable in terms of the communication. It is being specifically designed for automotive, consumer, and industrial application, where low and deterministic latency is very critical in terms of our design. So you can see with this picture, so it can be able to give you a story of A2B's value. On the left, you can see a traditional in-car audio cabling. It's a complex web of dedicated wires running from every speaker to microphone and sensor. On the right, A2B simplifies all of that distributing audio, control, clock, and power over a single low-cost shielded twisted cable. So this reduction in wiring actually overall helps in the system cost, weight, and design complexity in a huge way. So let me highlight A2B's capabilities here. So it uses a master-slave daisy chain topology that simplifies wiring complexity by up to 75%. And it supports I2S, PWM, TDM kind of an interface for long distances. You can connect node to node by 15 meters kind of a distance and 40 meters for a total distance. Latency, where we actually worked on this type of parts to keep it within 40 microseconds, and it can deliver up to 15 Mbps kind of a bandwidth and support up to 32 discrete upstream and downstream channels. It is fully compliant with the automotive EMI, ESD, and EMC requirements, and all A2B nodes can identify the fault conditions, including open, short, reverse wires, and power shorts. E2B is again like the new let's say Ethernet to Edge bus. So this is our 10-bus T1S Ethernet technology designed specifically for automotive application. E2B enables Ethernet connectivity to the edge nodes in a vehicle architecture, potentially replacing legacy protocols like CAN, LIN. It's a key enabler, I would say, of the transition to zonal automotive architecture and software defined. So let's move into the benefits. So the benefits are huge. You can see like it eliminates the microcontroller at the edge node, ensures low and deterministic latency, and simplifies edge node hardware. So it is again complying with IEEE 802.3 so that you can be able to get interface broad ecosystem products. Along with this, for the vehicle architecture, it enables a transition to zonal design, centralization of software, improved network security, better performance and reliability, and over-the-air updates in your system. From a customer perspective, it reduces your software development complexity because you don't have to program your MCU at every node because MCU is not needed in that case. It lowers overall system cost because of that and accelerates time to market. So this slide will give you some E2B architecture level of information. On the left, you can see the central computing unit, which is connected to the zonal ECU by higher speed Ethernet. The E2B nodes at the right side at the edge are hardware only, no microcontrollers needed. E2B nodes are fully interoperable with other T10-bus, 10-base T1S devices, so on the same bus and transparent to the Ethernet switch. So E2B is already being adopted by leading automakers for interfacing different building blocks like lighting, powertrains, body electronics, dynamics operations, and many more. ADI's BMS solutions are built for the highest reliability with ACD certifications for functional safety. So let's discuss more on those details. We are the world leader in BMS. So we developed our first BMS INC AFE in 2007. That's nearly a 2 decade of time. We are now sitting on our 7th generation BMS products. And ADI BMS solutions are built for the highest reliability. We have solutions which meet and comply ACD certifications. Our solutions has been used by more than 35 OEMs across more than 100 vehicles models. Our technology combines high accuracy measurement, robust communication, and advanced algorithms to maximize battery performance, safety, longevity. We are technology leader in this domain, so let's discuss more on the offering side. So ADI brings a total battery system solution. So we are not just individual component provider here. We offer cell measurement and balancing products, our cell monitors products having channel support up to 16 cells and 24 cells with different configurations. All of them are ECQ qualified for automotive. We have solutions for industrial grade as well for application like energy storage. Then we have solutions, pack monitor and all, which again do the measurement of a system or pack level voltage, current, ground fault, and contactor status. Communication to the BMS controller is handled via our proprietary ISO-SPI wired interface, and we also having wireless BMS technology as well. This ISO-SPI interface provides electrical isolation, daisy chain connectivity, resilience to noise, and EMI reduction. So all these critical in high voltage battery environment where you have to go with maybe more 400 volt or more kind of a battery pack. So with this, this is my last slide, and I would like to thanks for your time for today. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any other questions and all, so you can reach out to me at my email ID and/or@@.com.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayak. And with that, the floor is now open for our Q&A session. Personally, this is my favorite session. I would request all our speakers to please come up on stage. Could I please have all the speakers on the stage, please? Any questions?
Hi, this is Vishnu. This question for analog devices. So we mentioned about the GMSL and A to B, and in your experience, what was the weight reduction over the whole vehicle with other protocols also? Previously mentioned 20 plus kgs, right? And on top of that, are these protocols proprietary or open to other manufacturers?
So the weight reduction is significant, but I don't have any exact number. So you can understand this logic, like suppose with the GMSL, which is more or less kind of using a parallel bus kind of architecture. You're taking that long bus to your central node and all, and you are just replacing it with the coax cable or a twisted cable. So the reduction is in terms of the weight is significant. Coming to your second question is like whether these are the proprietary or so GMSL, yeah, for sure it was proprietary, but now we have just we're working with some organization to make it GMSL to be open for the industry. There are some work is actually going on in this direction, and maybe down the line 2 to 3 quarters time it will be available for all of the interested partners. A to B is still proprietary.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for a wonderful sessions first. I'm Manoj Dulwar. My question is regarding the engineering plastic. Now those plastics are coming from the oil. Now everybody is facing the crisis on the oils and all those things. So how are we dealing with these engineering plastic in future? I think engineering plastic using everywhere in the industries.
Okay, unfortunately, that's not the subject that we can talk about, but engineering plastics has a wider role. Packaging?
In terms of all the product which we are manufacturing.
All right.
So these are all about the
Depends on the application that the different the plastics could be used for different applications depending on your temperature, your hygroscopic nature, and where the application, the product will be used for. So it is a combination of your plastics along with your the metal that would be used for different applications. So what is the temperature at which you are operating at? And which environment, whether it is a humidity environment or a dry environment, all those things matters a lot with respect to selecting the plastics for a certain application.
Sorry, my question is kind of different. Actually, we're talking about the engineering plastic, the resin, the PVT, the nylon, and all those things,
Correct.
which is manufacturing from oil industries, right? And those which maximum we are importing from the outside.
Correct.
So my question is related to that. So we are facing a challenges to import those resins. So how are we tracking in future how we will ensure those resins to manufacture all those engineering plastics?
Okay, this is something related to our manufacturing plant purchasing team who's managing these activities, but we understand a little bit on the challenges that we face on the logistics front. But from our side, Molex as a company, we have our own manufacturing locations in Texas, where we manufacture our own plastics. That is one point. And another point is that we are also working with few of the engineering plastic manufacturers who has plants in India to develop certain common plastics so that it will be used for the local market. We are doing that already.
Sure. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah. This is a question to Anurag Devices. Like,
Can you just
is it E2B communication? Like, is it end-to-end SLD compliance or how? What is the maximum SLD it has been?
Are you referring to A2B or E2B?
E2B.
Yeah, it's like this technology is there, but as of now, it is mainly for the automotive application. For sure, it is meeting all the compliances related to ACD and functional safety.
No. Is it end-to-end SLD or?
So basically, end-to-end, you mean to say as a complete system level or?
Yes.
So we are just manufacturing the semiconductor. So our part is ACD compliant. But if you think in a perspective of a system design, if you use ACD compliant part in your designs, then it is easy in a system to actually get it qualified. So yeah, as a system, you have to get it qualified for the ACD, but having ACD compliant parts actually make this process easier.
Okay. Can it be used to ECU communication also? Like it's like sensor to
yeah.
Means ECU to ECU. In spite of using we can use your.
Yeah, you can use. In fact, in my presentation, I mentioned like one of the slides where existing T1S sensor can be supported with this. So if it is having MCU or non-MCU, doesn't matter. It has to be T1S.
Thanks.
Just addition to his question, in E2B, can we also connect the lean, which is also single wire communication, or CAN, which is double wire communication, with a different protocol?
It's a single wire. T1S is a single wire as a twisted pair cable. So that has to be used for the communication.
Lean can also work along with E2B?
No, so the idea actually to replace the lean and CAN communication. So because lean and CAN, you have to use additional MCU. So that is where our USP is to replace to a hardware with non-MCU kind of.
And it can be compatible with like converting into wireless and doing the.
So in fact, in India, like some of the big OEMs have like started working development on this. Europe and US, we have the success, but Indian OEMs have also started working on this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Vinay and I'm from Tata Motors. I'm actually in the cost engineering department and my question was to all of you. If any OEM asks you to reduce 10-15% of electrical cost without compromising on performance and safety, so is there any roadmap which we can incorporate during the design stage itself?
Okay, so I just let me my perspective on this first. So as a ADI, we work more on the integration. So you have seen like the technologies where we are putting a lot of efforts. It comes with the integration so that in a system level, we can be able to give you some values and all. So a product which has been manufactured maybe 10 years back is not sufficient in terms of the supply chain and manufacturing viability point of view. So our management focus, leadership focus is to actually provide those kind of a cutting edge technology, as I said, that silent switcher kind of a part. We are actually putting more integration so that you don't have to go with those kind of a layout revisions. And in a system level, overall, you can be able to save a lot of cost.
Okay, to add to that, like I said during my presentation, we have the products like the terminal system. It used to be 0.64 all along, which is taking more space. The 0.64 can be reduced to 0.5 and it can be integrated with the data signal and hybrid, including your RF, so that your connection systems becomes complex, but you will save a lot of space in terms of vehicle. That's something that we can offer to our customers, and Tata is already using those kind of solutions in your application.
Yeah, thank you. Similar to that, like even Tiding, like we have the smaller case sizes in terms of capacitor and power inductors. Maybe suppose you are using 10 case size, maybe 10 micro. So it can be downsized to 206, same 10 micro. So this is the like one of the solution maybe where we can provide the downsized solutions so that you can reduce the space in the PCBs.
Okay, thank you. So I will just talk on the little bit perspective. So when you say the fuses mostly used for the wires. When you use the fuses or the right fuses, maybe you can reduce the cost of the copper. We have a tool internally for little fuse. Even we have given access to the Tata also, where you can simulate okay the copper wire with the fuse, the right fuse selection, so that maybe you can reduce the copper size based on the fuse selection. Okay? So major weight comes from the vehicle is of the copper. There's one thing, and then also I mentioned to you, so last in the presentation, from 12 volts, if you're moving to 48 volt, why they are moving? Because they want to reduce the copper, because once you increase the voltage rating, obviously the current also comes down, so the copper also you can reduce it. Thank you.
Hello. My question is to Little Fuse. India being a notorious market for piracy of research and reverse engineering, you have a comprehensive IP portfolio of 7 granted patents and 5 registered industrial designs. How do you feel like you must have spent more than 10 lakh rupees for it? So how important do you feel is to protect proprietary technologies and especially for OEMs?
So maybe if you talk about few of the fuses, so whatever we have the technology that we take, maybe that is only for certain years what we have signed with them. So till that time, okay. So maybe nobody else has to copy. We have a right to maybe file anything against them who is copying it after the certain period, and obviously anybody can do that. Okay?
Hello, this is my turn. My name is Sukhendu, and I introduce myself as a power electronics device professional. This question is to Modex, and I just acknowledge your contribution on snapback technology, the MOSFET that you have used. So I would like to understand from typical MOSFET, which is working in normal way, versus the snapback, where you find the merits and that could be applied to motors or power inverters.
So, because I talked about, especially in the snapback, it is mostly on the diodes which I talked about it, which you have seen same in the power semiconductors. This snapback, why it is applicable for these devices is that when you are using for the higher voltage ranges, so the clamping should be not be higher, so that maybe your other electrons should be protected. Why you use snapback is that it always stays back with the low voltage. And even if you apply like 8 kV of your contact ESD or the air ESD, whatever you apply on these devices, so it will stays low as low voltage, like 4 volt or 5 volt. Whereas in other technology, what happens is that it clamps exactly at the clamping voltage, which is way beyond the rated voltage. So the snapback is that to stay always even clamping at the lower voltages.
So this is more related to clamping.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Hello, this is Vishnu from Delighted. The question is for all of you. So, correct me if I'm wrong. So most of the components which are being sold in India is mostly imported. So, do you have plan to put some of the manufacturing setups in future? And because mostly we have never put enough efforts to find rare earth materials in India.
Let me answer this query first. Okay. So we had a facility in India, manufacturing facility, huge in Congo. Right now, what we cater to the market is especially for the Airbus or the aerospace industry, where we make the cable harness with our own connectors. And then we had a plan to come to few of the lines, especially the fuse lines, maybe next year for the to target to the Indian OEMs, especially what I talk about VD and Mega, but it is in the pipeline. Otherwise, already we have a facility in India. But the fuses we may be bringing in the future.
Currently, Thailand, we don't have any plant over in India. So at this moment, like we have factories in several countries. So the capacity-wise, which can fulfill the current market demand. Yeah, of course, like coming years, like we have some plan to extend capacity for the like Indian automotive customers as well as because the AI data center market is also growing. Yeah, of course, future we have some roadmap for the factory as well. Thank you.
We already, it's all about the demand and supply. So how much is the demand that the country has, that much we can localize or manufacture products in India. We already have 2 plants in India. Globally, we have around 90 plus manufacturing plants. But what we do is, there are 3 ways we can look at. One, you manufacture and supply, you bring into the final assembly and supply, or you import and supply. So what we do is 40% of our products that we supply to our customers in India are manufactured in India and supplied to customers in India. And probably 60% of them, few of them are probably brought in as a component, assembled and supplied, and another 40-50% are being imported. So today we are just very similar to what China was 20 years before. So very similar to that, we are also progressing. We applied for PLI, we are setting up new plants and stuff like that. So it's still a long way to go, and we are also progressing like every other customer.
So we don't have any fab in India, but we are committed to the India Semiconductor Mission. And for that commitment, we signed an MOU with the Tata Electronics. So whenever their facility is ready, we will for sure like go for the manufacturing for some of the products. But this is just not about manufacturing. Like as a semiconductor supplier, we have our one of the biggest development centers is our Bangalore. Then we have another facilities in Hyderabad and Agadi. So we have like more than I would say 2,000 plus engineers who are working on this product.
I'm Chetan. I'm not from the automotive background. I'm from the home appliance industry. But in one of the presentations, I have seen that the regenerative energy concepts from the EV. So whether those kind of concepts can be integrated to the home appliance industries. So,
Can you speak a little bit louder, please?
okay. So I have seen in one of the presentations that the regenerative energies battery EV systems actually. So those kind of concepts can be integrated to the home appliance industries to enhance the performance as well as to reduce the power energy consumption in that way.
Maybe you had seen in my presentation about the market, especially EV. So what we say usually, we call it as it is an BESS. It is a battery energy storage system. So it may be EV or maybe solar, or it may be industries. The architecture is the same thing. Whatever we display, whatever I showed you, maybe if it applies to industries, the same thing can be applied. Only thing is that when it is a moving vehicle, only require the ASQ qualification. In stationary, you can select industrial grade parts. So the system architecture remains the same, only the component selection will be different.
Any other questions? we'll close the Q&A session for now. Thank you so much, speakers.
Thank you.
A heartfelt thank you to all our speakers, Wasim, Mr. CG, Hari, Mariama, Satish, and Mayank, for so generously sharing their time, their insights, and their expertise with us today. Thank you so much for our partners whose support made us this roadshow possible. And a special word of thanks to our team, Dev, Saurav, Atul, Rahima, Nazneen, and Rajat, and everyone behind the scenes for pulling it all together so seamlessly. And most of all, our audience, your energy and curiosity are exactly what these roadshows are all about. So for now, we will please walk through and get hands on your demos, connect with our team and partners over a meal. Please proceed to the lunch session now. Thank you.